But welcome. We're going to be doing the KC Cup just because it's usually a lot of fun, and we also get like a lot of gems for it too. So we're going to do that. Be sure to subscribe. Yeah. All right, let's just jump into it. So we're going to be playing Burning Abyss because I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I knew when we were going to be able to get Dante, it was just going to escalate into a lot of fun. And that's what it truly is. We also got Tour Guide, like a recent expansion thing too, which is also pretty nice. So we're just going to be jumping in with KC Cup. We're also going to be using Burning Abyss. So let's get that going here, shall we? Let's see. Yeah, because we unfortunately I haven't had the time to like actually play Duel Links. So this is going to be like our first voyage into this season. And now that we're not playing Harpies, this might actually be the first one that we actually try to strive for to get first. So, like, to actually go to round 2. All right, so we're facing off against D-Clan Akaba. I'm sure that's how we're saying it. We're going first. Not too bad. We might be able to like get away with some disruption. Beginning duel, add pendulum zones to your field. It's going to be used once per duel. Select a DDD King Armageddon and add it. Okay, so they're getting a... Okay, cool. That's not too bad. Wow. Oh, that is awful. Oh, that is really bad. I mean, we are dealing with a pendulum player, so I guess we're just gonna go with the 2 back row disruptors and the 1 monster disruptor in just past turn. That is not good. That is not good. All right, let's see. Let's see. So activating Dark Contract with the gate. They can be able to add a DDD monster from their deck to their hand. We're gonna get rid of that now before they actually get like activating of like any searches and stuff like that. I'd rather just not have them deal with it. Oh, it's you, by the way, mate. Yo, I do appreciate that, Dan. Hope you are doing well, my dude. How's it going? How is the day treating you? Swirl Summon Confusions. Oh, that's not too bad because we can always simply use we can use Floodgate to kind of like go around whatever they're summoning. Because they're probably gonna go for King Genghis, but I could be wrong. Let's see. So they're going with Baphomet. Let's see. Oh, it's going with the Arc. Interesting. Oracle King D-Arc. It's a 2,800 attack monster. I don't really want to deal with that too much. Let's see. So we're going to double check. Does this do anything else? Like you banish this card from your grave, especially someone 1DD monster from your hand. Oh, that is not good. I mean, we opened up really bad regardless. So I guess we're just going to go into it anyway. Because we opened up with 2 back row disruptors and 2 copies of Floodgate, which is not fun. So... you know, if we could draw to like Tour Guide, maybe it might be good, but aside from that, we're kind of in a bad state. So banishing Swirl Slime to summon something from their hand. Proud Ogre, once card is normal, doesn't... okay, so it doesn't matter. So. Okay, so it's just basically a 2,300 attack monster. That's not too bad. Just been good playing Diablo Immortal. How are you liking it so far? I was able to watch some of your stream, and honestly, for a mobile game, it looks really good, but what are your thoughts onto it? We're going to use Heart of the Cards to be able to grab ourselves a copy of Tour Guide because, you know, that's just good gaming. Unfortunately, we don't have... Cosmic Cyclone is not going to run out the special summon Burning Abyss, but that's fine. We're going to summon Tour Guide. Tour Guide's effect... I guess we're going to hit... we're going to hit Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Because we can detach Fiendish and then use its effect with Dante and mill 3, but we can also mill an extra one as well. So we're going to summon Dante, Traveler in the Burning Abyss. See, I love Destiny Draw and the fact that it kind of fixes dead draws for us, which is good. So detach, we're going to mill 3. We hit 2 Farfas and a Barbar. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't want to use Barbar. I don't want to use Barbar. I guess we could banish one of these. We're going to use Farfa's effects. We're going to banish that. I think it was a good game till stream after playing it on stream. Oh, fair enough. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of things going on, so it might be distracting, right? But I mean, so far you're still having a good time with it, and that's all that really matters, right? We can go with Seer. Seer's going to trigger. We're going to special summon back Barbar. And then... not really what I wanted to do, but okay. So we're going to put that face down. We're going to go to combat. Swing over the Ogre, dude. So we're going to do that. Then we can attack with Barbar for an extra 17. So that puts him down to, what, like 1950 or something? I mean, it looks pretty good, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to jump into it myself just yet. We're going to end our turn here. Deontay's going to go to defense mode. And as long as I don't bust out a 3,400 attack monster, we're fine, which is nice. Oh wait, Floodgate effect is no longer on Oracle King, isn't it? So there's something King Apocalypse. It's a scale of 4. Pendulum effect, you banish 2 monsters from your DDD from your graveyard, special card from your Pendulum Zone. What does their graveyard look like, actually? Let's see. Okay, so they only have 1 Burning Abyss. I'm not Burning Abyss, but DDD, so we're fine. Jade clashes from Wizard to Barbarian, liking the game more. Oh yeah, it seems like, especially with it being like, a Diablo, like I feel like having a lot of like, just like going with like the melee type classes are generally pretty fun. Honestly, that's the way I look at it anyway. We can take 11. DR could actually hit over Dante, so we're gonna floodgate it again. We need to keep Dante. We need to keep Dante so we can keep milling cards. And also Double Fiend. Oh, that's annoying. Like a special summon Berfament. Once per target, 1 monster control has a level. I mean, either way, they could have gotten over it. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, so that's good. So they can change its level, which is really good, actually. Berfament's actually pretty good in this game. Because I don't think anybody really used Berfament in the TCG now or ever before with DDDs, but this is actually kind of good because it changes like what you could summon. So they can go for a synchro, what, 12? So that's not gonna be a lot of fun. That's not gonna be a lot of fun at all. All right, so wait, they're ending their turn? For real? I mean, that means we won. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine too. So we're gonna kind of play a little bit into it now. So we're gonna summon Alec. We're gonna summon Dante number 2 because again we only run 2. I don't think you need to go 3 on Dante. 3 on Dante just seems a bit overkill. It was used for a short while in the TCG. Oh really? I don't really remember that. Was it like a 1 of or was it like a 2 of? Yo Ramen, thank you for redeeming first, man. Hope you are doing well. Was it like early on in the TCG for DDDs when they didn't have a lot of support? Because now they have a ton of support. How are you doing today, Ramen? Hope you're doing well, my dude. Oh, we didn't really get anything off those mills, but that's fine. We can still go for the win anyway. So just swing over Berfament. We are good to go. Gonna give a shout out to Ramen242. Definitely an awesome Twitch streamer. Go check them out. Dan is not a Twitch streamer, but they are a YouTuber streamer. But they do go by the same, username. So definitely go check out Dan and Ramen. Really good streamers. Cannot recommend them enough. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. It was early on. I think early on with DDDs, like, they weren't super huge in my local meta. At the time, like, players were playing, much different things. They didn't, like, really start taking off until, like, they started becoming, popular across. And I, at the time, was still, of course, playing Buster Blader and Red Eyes Black Dragon and all that fun stuff. Yeah, no worries, Ramen. Hope you're doing good, my dude. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to be going first. Oh, we're going second. This is a much better opening hand. So we can use Fiendish Rhino Warrior and Rubik to summon Dante or even Virgil. But probably Dante. Probably Dante. All right, let's see what they got, though. So they're playing Satellars. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, Satellars is... it's a rank 4 deck, so I guess it's kind of like a Numa's character. Summoning ZS Arm Sage. Villain control 1 level 4 monster special summon it. Each Utopia monster with summon its effect gains this ability. You can add... Okay, so they're going to add a ZW monster. Interesting. Don't you have a command to shout out YouTubers? I feel like that a must... Don't you have a command to shout out YouTubers, streamers? I feel that a must, even though you don't probably use it that often. I don't think so, actually. I would have to make it myself through with Nightbots. But right now, with the one I currently use through Streamlabs, it only shouts out Twitch streamers, I believe. Because if I were to do, if I were to shout you out, it'll say that you're streaming on Twitch. So I would have to make custom ones for the YouTube streamers, or find a way for Nightbot to shout out YouTube streamers specifically. All right, so they don't have any ZW weapons, which is actually kind of funny. I could actually go into Virgil and then special summon Dante and just go for game. Yeah, we could do that. We could totally do that. Yeah, we could totally do that. So we're gonna summon our Fiendish Rhino Warrior. I can use him to do that. I can then use... I mean, I could... Actually, no, we're not going to go into Virgil, because Virgil is going to require me to discard a Burning Abyss card. So we're just going to go for Dante. And then we can detach Fiendish Rhino Warrior, mill 3, and choose to send a Farfetch to the grave to be able to use it. So we're going to do that. So that hits me. Oh, we even hit a Farfa. Beautiful. So we can actually hit something else if I wanted to. Got a command set up on YouTube. My YouTube channel, Twitch. Yeah, I'll have to go through the settings to mess with it, but I'll do that after stream. But thank you for the catch on that. I appreciate that, Dan. I'll definitely have to make sure to add that, because not everybody streams on Twitch and not everybody streams on YouTube. And also some people I even know like stream on like Truvilio or whatever it's called. It's like a different one. So we're gonna banish Utopia. Potentially. Yeah, we're good. All right. Card to send to the grave. It doesn't really matter too much. We'll send Scarm just in case things don't work out the way that I expect them to. We're gonna then special summon Seer Malebranch of the Burning Abyss. Consider they're playing Utopia and also like, you know, the whatchamacallit, Satellar's. I doubt we're gonna be running into like any Karibos or whatever. They should be good. Yeah, we're good. And YouTube taking off more to sow. Yeah, I mean, for sure. A lot of people are making the switch to YouTube, but I've also seen some people going from YouTube to Twitch. Mainly that applies like more to like you know, YouTubers, but no, I totally get that. Yeah, YouTube is definitely, they're adding a lot more things that make it more appealing to stream on YouTube. For sure. Like I think they recently just added the feature of like what was it, like gifting like memberships, which is like the equivalent to like gifting subs, which is cool. So yeah, again, I'll definitely look into adding it probably after stream. I'll even set myself for a little reminder to do that right here. Just so I can have like, you know, the flexibility of both. Because there are a few YouTuber streamers I would like to shout out a little bit more often, like Eat to Interact. Really cool dude. Of course, you Dan as well. And there's a few of them, like Miles G170. Yeah, because there are some people making the switch as well. You Bell. Interesting. What do we have to expect here? What is it going to be for you, Bell? They're not even playing with an extra deck. That is really interesting. We're going second. We also opened up a 2 Burning Abyss, which is really good. They added raids because they're calling it live redirect. Oh, interesting. With live redirects, is it still within the YouTube platform, or could you live redirect to like Twitch, for example, or is it only within YouTube? Nacho. That's actually kind of funny. Any day now. I mean, take your time. Take your time. I think it's only YouTube. I mean, fair enough. I mean, technically what you could always do is like, you could always just like, you know, put in the Twitch URL to like where you all want to like direct your viewers to, and they just click and go into that way as well. But yeah, I mean, I would be kind of surprised if they actually like would do like, you know, Twitch to YouTube or YouTube to Twitch for like raids or live redirects. The Fire Kings. Okay, so they're playing Fire King or just Fire King You Bell? Troy one, they can add 1 fire. Okay, so they're playing Kirin, so, you know, definitely Fire King. Yeah, I agree. It would definitely be pretty cool, but I'd imagine both platforms want to keep, like, you know, the live redirects and raids within the same platform, just because from a business standpoint, it makes more sense on them to do it that way. Time will tell, though. So they're playing Yaksha. If the face-up would be destroyed, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card is destroyed, set to the graveyard. You can destroy 1 card in your hand or field that you control. Circle the Fire King, target a fire, and a fire in your graveyard. Destroy that, and if you do special summon the other monster. Okay, so Yaksha is going to trigger. It's going to destroy, I'm assuming, Fire King Island and be able to get the whole loop thing going. Because Yaksha was destroyed, and I think it's mandatory. This card. Oh, you can. Gotcha. Wow. All right. Let's see. So what happens when Kirin is destroyed? You can special summon this card. This card is destroyed. You can send 1 fire monster from your deck to the grave. Interesting. Let's see. I can. And there's not a whole. I can normal summon this, special summon this, make Virgil. I can do 20 or 3,300 right there that way, but it's not like what we need. Can Virgil spit back field spells too? You can target 1 card your opponent controls. It can. That is actually pretty cool. I mean, I guess I could do that. So we can, yeah, we're gonna normal summon Skarm. We're gonna special summon this, you know, this guy. Seer, Malevolent of the Burning Abyss. Yeah, because I don't see I don't see like a guarantee way I can actually go for the win. Wait, why can I synchro? What? Wait, why? Oh wait, we don't have a tutor. God, I'm so bad at this game. I guess we're gonna go with the Dante play. We're going with the Dante play. That's fine. I'm like, wait, what? What? Actually, no, I have another idea. This is 1,000 attack. We can do 25. Yeah, I mean, we could potentially do some good stuff here. So we're gonna detach Skarm, hit for 3. I think every multiplayer form should build a cross-platform. I agree. I really do hope that multi-platform becomes more of a thing, because that would just be really, really nice. I agree, because if they already have the majority of the platforms doing it, you might as well just keep adding it to it, right? So we hit a Libic, Rubik, and Econ. That's not too bad actually. So we can turn this into attack mode and then do that stuff. Oh, that's fine. We're gonna set the Karma Cut, because I think the Karma Cut could be pretty good, because banishing him isn't gonna do anything for their effects. So we're gonna go to combat. We're gonna swing. I don't really know what the ability, what I really have to worry about by sending it to the grave. Because usually these things trigger upon destruction. I can imagine it works with Circle of the Fire Kings, but nothing during my turn. So let's see. So Balmog. Let's see. So for this card, you can special this from your hand during the next as a card. Okay, yeah. Destroyed. So we're good. We're good. I mean, I know some games are slowly adding in that feature of cross-platform. I know Fall Guys is multi-platform now, which is pretty cool. Though I don't think they changed it where you can have a squad of multi-platform players. I think it has to be in a 64 round, which kind of sucks. Because at that point, if you want to play with your friend who's on PC and you're playing like me on PlayStation or something, then you have to wait until you have 62 other people, and sometimes it's just not feasible. Let's see. So they're going with Fire King. They're going to destroy a card in their hand, I'm assuming. Yeah, that was so good. It was so good. Let's see. During the let's see. Okay, so it's not really doing anything right now. Yeah, when that happened in Elden Ring, when we were trying to fight against that boss, I wasn't even mad. I thought it was hilarious too. It was so good. I mean, oh, Cosmic Cycle, and it's actually pretty dope. Change to attack mode. We're gonna use attribute one monster. Oh, it has to be face up. Interesting. Okay. We will do this. So we're gonna use Dante's effect first. We're gonna detach this. Hit 3. We hit Crane and Farfuzz. It's actually not too bad. Yeah, I've been really trying to get more focusing on trying to make TikToks and stuff of that nature, because they're a lot of fun. I have a great time making the TikTok videos. And that's the thing, with videos and YouTube and TikToks and stuff like that, the only limitation, this is going to sound cheesy, the only limitation really is your imagination. When I saw my character get yeeted across the entire sky, in Elden Ring, I'm like, yo, kind of reminds me of that one, Into the Stars. I mean, we're going to go with that. We're definitely going to go with that. Let's go with Dante number 2, baby. Let's go. I will admit, though, Dan, after, another 2 tries, we actually did defeat that boss. So, we good. We good. We can hit Libic, sure, why not? We can hit a Libic. No, it's fine. Ailish, no, it's fine. Phoenix, no, it's fine. We already got game, probably. We're gonna do this. Go to combat, swing. Dan, thank you for being the metal tax. I appreciate you, dude. I still have yet to figure out something to actually make, lore on what the metal tax actually does. Honestly, I'm thinking about just getting rid of the metal tax and just replacing with community challenge more often. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because we recently did a community challenge for me to stream to play Resident Evil 7, whether it be on Twitch streams or through Discord, and the community crushed that goal. They really killed it. So I definitely got to come up with some other ideas too. All right, so next game, I believe this is duel number 3 or 4. Mokuba Kaiba. Fair enough. Let's do it.
It's time to do. Today's the day that the Pharaoh is.
Yeah. Good luck, Mokuba. Good luck. Though I mean, I could eat my words. I could lose. I did. I'm really excited. I only just recently played Resident Evil 4 last year, but yo, it was an experience. Like, I personally don't think it needs to be remade, but you know, if they give it a nice facelift, like, I'm not going to disagree with that. It was really good. Yo, we're playing Archfiends. Interesting. So, Pandemonium. Neither player has to pay life points during the standby phase to activate Archfiends. Each time an Archfiend is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, that player can add 1. Wow, Pandemonium is actually better than I thought. Like, you know, Archfiends, unfortunately, are not that, I don't want to say good, but fast. But, I mean, that's still a pretty solid card. Let's see. I hope they fix the controls. To me, I actually thought the controls were fine. The reason why I say this, because the game is supposed to be like a horror game, right? You know, you're supposed to feel tense. It's supposed to be controlling, constrictive. So having those tank controls just kind of felt like it was more for the experience of the game. But if they give it more smooth controls like they did for Resident Evil 3 or 2 remake, yo, I'm totally fine with that. I thought Resident Evil 4 on its own for the PS4 was chef's kiss. Like, I actually kind of feel bad that I waited so long to play it. Drowning Mirror Force. What a legend. I love it. Yo, Silence Code, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Hope you are doing well. But a little bit. How is the KC grind going? It's going good. We just started, you know, actually trying to plug away at this for the past 20 minutes. And so far, it's going pretty good. We just got our boy, Best Husbando Dante. And he's taking names. I love it. How are you doing, Silence? Hope all is going well. We have enough for our lethal. We're fine. We can just attack directly. No, we're good. All right, go for game. Get him, Dante, and Ghost Trick Alucard. So good. Shout out to Silence Code as well. If you know what, like, one of the coolest, like, Master Duel Link streamers out there, again, like, they'll have, like, you know, a huge amount of people, but they'll never skip a beat when it comes to their chat interactions and on their duels. Like, they're, like, really, really good. Definitely go check out Silence Code, everyone. Dante is so good. Like, when they first made Dante in the TCG back in, like, 2012 or 2013, I'm like, yo, this is the deck. Everybody was hyping the hell out of Stellar Knights and Shaddolls. I'm like, bro, but this is Dante. This is Dante. It's so good. I love Dante. He's so good. Husbando for days. I mean, you know, Virgil's kind of cool too. That's my personal experience. Thought BA was 2014. BA? Let's find out. Duelist. I want to say it was like 2013 or something like that. Duelist Alliance. Set dropped. Yugipedia. Where did it drop? Let's see. 2014. Damn, Dan, you are right. It was 2014. I am a scrub, but let's go. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was 2013 because that was like around the time when I graduated from high school. Like, you know, shout outs to public high school diploma. Oh, it's Tomato Head. I love it. Yuya, let's go. We're going second. I mean, sure. We can special summon Barbar. Barbar is just here. I mean, Virgil is here to vibe. I mean, he's literally the rock star, the Burning Abyss. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. He's like Dante's guide through the 9 inner circles of... Again, this is Konami. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't say hell. This is him helping him get through the 9 circles of the Shadow Realm. You know? It's good. The AO4 was my first real format in the game. It was such a good format! Like, my favorite period of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, in the terms of meta, was Light Sworn Rulers, Shaddolls, Burning Abyss, like that whole little type. Like, that was so much fun. Like, there were so many competitive decks. It was a relatively fast pace, and like, it was great. Like, for whatever reason, everybody in my entire meta was a huge fan of playing hats, like, you know, hands, artifact, and trap tricks. And like, if you played around them, like, some people would get really salty. You're just kind of like sitting there smiling and laughing. It was a lot of fun for me. We don't need Barbar really, so we're gonna mill 2 with Dante. 2, sure, why not? Oh, Book of Mooning. Oh, that sucks. That's okay. Yeah, we'll just pass turn. We could still make another Dante and also use Farfa potentially for some other good shenanigans, so we're good. 9 circles of Konami microwaves. I mean, seriously, Konami, I don't know. Konami, like, they, you know, sometimes do some cool things. Sometimes they do some things that are just questionable. But then again, like when Metallic was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, you know, like 7 years old. If you told me that everybody was going to go to hell instead of like, you know, the Shadow Realm or whatever, like I'd be like, whoa. I miss the day when you ran more of the Shadal monsters. Shadal was a fun archetype, and it's still, you know, relatively used quite often these days anyway. I believe with like the whole branded structure deck that came out, Shadals can fit into them pretty well too. But again, I still played the same Pendulum deck from day one in Master Duels. Like, I built Adamascipators and a few other decks, but it's just like, you know, I don't know, like, when I try to play and get better at the decks for Adamascipators and stuff like that, I just keep on running into bots. Like, I don't mind running into bots. I get a lot of gems for free. I got the fucking Platinum with, like, the base deck with slight modifications because of them. But, like, whatever, it is what it is. Alright, we're gonna go to attack mode. What's in the grave again? We have Barbar. I mean, we can actually... First, we're gonna go with Dante. We're gonna try milling. Window is so good, though. Window, it just shuts down a lot of decks because Window prevents your opponent from special summoning once and more, right? We hit another Barbar. Why is that even possible? We also hit Rubik, too. We have our Rubik. So if we wanted to chill with the boy Virgil, we can do that, but I really don't want to do that. So we'll send it back Barbar. I guess we can... We're going to try to go for an OTK, I guess. Wait, no, Matt's hard. Matt sucks. I didn't do this right. That's okay. Because, like, if we actually milled off of a Farfa instead, we would have got it, but it's all good. It's either bots or Sword Soul at this point. Eldritch is a breath of fresh air. I don't know how to feel about that. I agree with you. I don't know how I feel about that either. I really don't. But you're right. Sword Soul, and even sometimes, like, coming across, like, was it Virtual World? Sometimes, like, I'll even come across some Virtual World players, too. Which is still fine. But yeah, like, that's the reason why I don't like playing ranked too much. Like, I'd rather, for Master Duel streams, just duel the viewers. Because, again, at that point, at least I could see some variety. And I forgot to make Alucard and pop their back row, but that's so... What's the chances of them actually having a Drowning Mirror Force? I have trust issues with Drowning Mirror Force, but we're going to go for it anyway. Who cares? So need more Despia than anything on the ladder. Really? I haven't even seen Despia. These are the eyes of a man who's seen nothing but Sword Soul and other stuff. Call the Haunted? That's a vibe. They only have Galaxy Wizard. It's not even a quick effect, so why would you do that? Why would you do that? Do they have something in their hand that can special summon it onto the field after, like, it hits the field or something? Or the bigger question is, are they going to connection out? We are waiting for a response. We are still waiting for a response. Yeah, like... And, like, it's always, like, the same board, too, like, in Master Duels. Like, they'll, like, you know, make a pretty nearly unbreakable board, like 3 negates. And you're just sitting there like, well, let's play around this to the best of our ability. Yeah, we're gonna allow the attack to keep going. I win! I guess it works. Nice. I mean, the Call of the Haunted for the, you know, Galaxy Wizard played, beautiful. Love it. But even Despia would be like a breath of fresh air too. Alright, so we got 2 skills. We got Draw Pass and draw. Let's see. Instead of conducting 300 life points, that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I like that. I can't say that with a straight face. Give me use that near normal drought, blah blah blah, decreased by one of the earth with a random earth monster. That's good. That's fine. Got a great matchup with Sword Soul if I go first with Subterra if I open up well. Nice. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, Sword Soul, I don't have a whole lot of experience actually facing up against the deck, to be honest. They're not a bad deck. They like make the synchro, like a few synchro negates, and then you're just kind of like sitting there like, well, let's figure out what we do here, shall we? I don't know, like, again, like for the decks that I like you generally have a pretty good matchup against, is just like the ones that like they kind of leave their board open. Like easy breakable boards, and I can just like, you know, swing, because nobody really expects the people to keep playing, you know, decks from like 2013. Running Divine Phoenix and Force and Subterra. Now, how do you like that? Do you seeing that you converted to, you know, what everybody else is? No, I'm just kidding. But how do you like it so far? Because it seems very, very strong, honestly. It's very, very strong. So we're going to go with, you know, making Dante. We'll mill few, and then we're also going to set Ballista Squad and Pass. just because it is pretty good. Because Ballista Squad is just going to work well. Fiendish Rhino War is going to allow us to detach, stuff like that. So we're good. We're gaming. So mill. Mill. I'll choose 2 because we're going to mill what we want to anyway. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I mean, usually I will mill 3 anyway, but since we're not really doing anything else, I'm just going to do that. We're going to mill 2. Since we control what we can mill with being Scarm, and then we'll be able to get it on the return route. And we're going to search out, whatchamacallit, Tour Guide of the Underworld. So we're going to do that. Give me Tour Guide. Honestly, I actually might want to go through and finish off Burning Abyss and Master Duel, because it's just so much fun. Especially with Fire Link of the Burning Abyss and Jirabini. There's a lot of great plays with that one for sure. Oh, but I've yet to actually incorporate the DPE engine, though. I'm feeling like I probably should because it's just so good. Spell speed 2 destruction, easy way to make it, and also again it just comes back next standby phase. Like, what's not to love? Sean, I prefer to have a Red Eyes Dragoon, but it's not legal to game fair. Dragoon, I prefer to have Dragoon just as an easy way of accessing it, right? I would love to have Dragoon in the TCG. Look, an easy way of getting the TCG. I don't want to, drop too much money. When the scores are so we can discard one spell or trap, add 1 Flute of Summoning Dragon, the Melody of Awakening Dragon, or Dragon Revival Rhapsody from your deck to your hand. I mean, we have Barbar in the Grave. Sure. I'm kind of curious to see if they're just going to go for, what they're going to be doing. The Melody of Awakening Dragon is kind of concerning, but it's fine. We're gonna see where this goes. I'm kind of curious. Release Dragoon. Can we get that trending, please? I mean, it's like, dear Konami, you already have DPE in Duel Links, or I'm sorry, Master Duel. What's one more, oppressive card gonna do for you? Really? Signed, love, Metallica, and the entire, Yu-Gi-Oh TCG community behind you. No, we don't need to get rid of this one. We're just gonna get rid of this one. What are we hitting? Okay. Kai, but you need to work on your poker face. You need to work on your poker face. I mean, to me, it's just weird that Konami doesn't, release the cards into Master Duels as they come out they don't really match, release in the same day in the TCG, right? Like, it takes a little bit of time for them to actually get things moving into Master Duels. I think it would be fine too, man. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they don't just kind of make everything coming out at the same time, and of course adjust it. Maybe have multiple ban lists too. Maybe keep the one where we have Maxi and stuff like that, but also have one that mirrors the actual TCG, because I could see a lot of people would probably want to actually test out some of the stuff with whatchamacallit, Master Duel. Branded Futures and Mastered. Wow, really? I mean, I was actually thinking about building branded or something with the branded engine, but now I guess I can't do that. We're gonna send Farfa to the grave. Farfa's gonna trigger. We're gonna go with that. That's fine. We use Farfa's effect to banish this guy, and then we're gonna start attacking for game afterwards as well, which is nice. Summon Tour Guide. Tour Guide's gonna kill Scarm when it hits the board. Trigger the effect of it, which is nice because now Scarm is gonna trigger again during the end phase in case they have some kind of weird way to protect themselves. So we're kind of good, actually. Its effects are negated, but it can still attack. We have Ballista. Sure. You know what? Sure. We'll attack this way. Let's get cocky. Let's just attack with our little monsters first, and then we'll have Big Boy Dots actually do the real thing. Considering that we actually got close to game with Tour Guide in the Underworld, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty content with that. But I mean, I still like the fast-paced nature and the diverse level, this matchups and Duel Links a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since it pretty much came to the North America, but still, Master Duel is still pretty fun too, especially I guess these days. I was planning on building that version with Subterra of the DPE, but the card that I want, but that was the card I needed for that to make that change. Dragoon? Oh no, Branded Fusion, right? I mean, I just don't get it. Because, think of it this way, Konami could easily include, copies or, exclusive cards in Branded Fusion, readily accessible for, those who bought the structure deck or something like that. But I just don't get why they don't do that. Because, like, you know how kind of cool it'd be, like, if you buy, like, you know, a structure deck, there's, like, a QR code or something, upload that to Master Duel, it gives you the cards. Like, honestly, that shit would get me to buy more TCG product and maybe a little bit more Master Duel product. But I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Let's see, there's setting 2. We do have 1. Can I get Tour Guide? Barbar's fine, too. Yes, exactly. Like, the Pokemon TCG, they give you packs, which is pretty cool. Honestly, that's a great feature. Konami, please, get on it. It's a very smart move. It's a very smart move. Blind MST, let's go. World Legacy Clash. Finish one face of mouse then. Well, I mean, that was a pretty decent hit. Considering Dante himself is pretty low in terms of his original attack, that's fine, actually. We are going to normal summon Skarm. We are going to activate the effect of A-Lich. Special summon this creature. Honestly, what Master Duel to have a best of 3? I mean, I would like the option of having that, Dan. The only reason why I would say that is because sometimes Master Duel's games can get very long. And I would like to have the option of having that there or not. Yo, Michael87, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, dude? A shout from Michael87 because I actually have elbow room today. Doing well, Michael, I hope. Oh, wait, you're not even showing in my chat yet. I have to wait for you to show up, dude. We are going to... Sure, special summon this one. Yeah, we can easily get first game on this one. Did I just bleep myself? Yes. You know, we got to censor ourselves sometimes, Michael. Though I could have just said no and just make you think that you're hearing things. All right, so we're going to go with Alucard. Get that cool summon animation. There we go. Definitely go check out Michael87. Really cool streamer. And also, I heard a dude named Metal puts the best music in his live streams due to song requests. It's so good. All right, there we go. Easy way. Just get a Ghost Trick Alucard and Dante turn 1. You probably have game. You probably have game there, son. Censorship. Sometimes it's good to do that. Sometimes it's good to do that. It saves me a lot of headaches sometimes. At least in my personal opinion. But hope you're doing well, my dude. Because, like, you know, I feel like it adds, like, a humorous element to it, right? I feel like just having that censor sound just makes stuff funny. You know? Like, how the is everybody doing today? See, I even said vacuum, not the F word, just vacuum. And then explaining the joke makes it even more funny. It's so good. You add a humorous element to my life. Oh, boy, I appreciate that, Michael. I appreciate that, man. We are currently on a win streak of 10. Let's freaking go. Burning Abyss is my heart's passion. Sep, let's go. They have no extra deck. That is really interesting. That is really interesting. Does anybody have any fun plans for the rest of the Sunday before we have to go back to work tomorrow? Abyss Actor, sassy rookie. Oh, he looks pretty sassy indeed. I know these kind of like have detoured destruction, but that's all I really know from the Abyss actors. That and they're a B-list actor. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like the back row though. Back row is trust issues. So the first time this card be destroyed by battle or card effect, it is not. If this card is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect is destroyed by opponent's card effect, special summon another one or another Abyss actor from the deck. If this card is pendulum summon destroyed, you can target level 4 or lower and you can target one of your opponent controls. Wow, that sassy rookie is actually kind of good. Is this Dank Magician? No, it's Turbo Exceed Charizard. That's it. We'll go with Fiendish Rhino Warrior, the normal summon. We're gonna special summon Rubik because you know it's just good. It's just good to do that. Yes. So we're gonna go with Dante to bait on anything, and if they do Book of Moon, like we're kind of, but we'll see what happens. No Book of Moon just yet, so that's good. Is it a Tokyo Drift special? I don't know. Is Vin Diesel involved? I don't know. We hit 2 Skarm and another Phoenix. No, we need to keep our Phoenix Rhino Warrior. He's good. He's really good. I promise you. We're gonna get rid of we're gonna banish or send to the graveyard Farfa. Because Farfa can banish this dude and not have to worry about doing like a double attack, you know? So that's good. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna, you know, activate the effective, whatchamacallit, Libic. Libic is pretty good. Special summon Seer. Very aggro. Very, very aggro. Set one card face down. Continue on. Go with Alio card. It's kind of crazy. Like, we win constantly just using a Dante and an Alio card. Considering they played the first card in the middle first, we're probably gonna go with that one because they want to probably focus to make sure that one's there. What does this do? When a monster declares an attack, target one monster on the field, shuffle it into the... That's actually not too bad. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Sending the YouTuber to the grave for shame. Yo, let's go. That was their only battle trap. Let's go. Tell them I said hello back, and I hope that I hope all is going well with them. But there we go. 11 win streak. This deck I love so much. And just having Destiny draw 2 is really good there as well, because if we're in a bad situation, you know, we could just heart of the cards at the moment as well. All right. Yeah, that makes me very happy to see. But let's continue on, shall we? Like, I don't know if I'll be able to play this again before, like, you know, we lose out the second round. So I want to try to get as far as I can in the rounds and go from there. Let's go from there. But we are doing good so far. I also got to say, I'm also really liking the stream deck too. It's really nice having certain things just like on the fly. What are they playing? Oh, I hate Cyber Dragons. Oh, we're going first too. I mean, it's not a bad thing. So how am I going to want to do this? So I'm assuming they're going to go for their double dragon, like go Cyber Dragon core, dude. And I'm like, well, that's fine. Did you buy a Steam Deck? I did. I actually was able to use money for my last payout to pretty much, you know, use that to go towards a Steam Deck. I have a lot of plans for it, and I'm still working on certain things too, but I need space for some of the things I want to initiate. But it's kind of cool. Like, if I really wanted to, like, I could be like, oh, hey, let's what one is it? Is it like, yay, confetti, let's go. Yo, celebratory stuff like that. Like, it's pretty cool. Let's see. I guess I could put Far from the face down, which will be weird because, you know, we're not really making too many plays. But Far from face down will have a surprise factor because I can then banish wherever they go for. I don't think they have like turn 1 destruction, so yeah, we're just gonna go with that. I hate facing off against Cyber Dragon, so this is just gonna make it good. They didn't mean to buy one and a second monitor, but COVID make it hard to go shopping. Fair enough. Honestly though, Dan, if you can wait a few more months, you might be able to get some really good Cyber Monday and Black Friday deals. Like the Steam Deck is really nice, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary. It just makes certain things like that being much easier and stuff like that. There's a lot of things I want to do with it. So going the Viewer, Cyber Emergency. Core already got them a search as well for Cyber Emergency. Okay, so yeah, so this is Cyber Chimera Attack Overdrive. Okay, so this destroys. It doesn't banish, which is good. We need to hit the graveyard. For to go and shop then online. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can respect that. Yo! Yes! Oh yeah, I forgot we don't have any background. That's amazing. So they're gonna go with that to the, you know, use the fact I'm gonna be like, yo, Farfa's gonna banish him, which is good. And because, you know, there's no main 2, they pretty much have to end their turn. Oh. Oh, that is so not good. Oh, that is not good. Is this a once per turn effect? No. Wow. Wait, is it? Yes! It's a once per turn. We're still okay. We're still okay, Dan. We are still good. Can we take this victory though? Yeah, we're gonna use this for sure. Activate Heart of the Cards. Go for Tour Guide. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go with Tour Guide first. I don't know if I can actually get victory, but we're gonna try our very best. We are going to... Okay, yeah. So here's what we're gonna want to do. We're gonna go with Seer from Tour Guide. We're gonna then special summon Dante #1. When did Tour Guide come to Duel Links? I think like a month or so ago. It was actually part of like one of the bundled things you have to buy with actual money, but that's fine. I love the deck anyway, so I decided to make the plunge for it. It came with a bunch of packs too, so it even sweetened the deal. We're gonna use Seer's effect to special summon back Farfa. And then we're gonna special summon Skarm, Mother Branch of the Burning Abyss, to summon, you know, another Dante or whatever. Yes, so that's good. So yes, this will work. This will work. As long as they don't have like any more like, you know, battle traps or whatever, hand traps or whatever, we're fine. We have victory. So I guess setting Skarm was actually a pretty decent play. We're gonna send Skarm to the grave. We're gonna mill 3. Doesn't matter what we mill. Farfa's gonna trigger, and then we're gonna be using banishing one of them. Doesn't matter. We're gonna then special summon Barbar to the field using its effects since we have no back row. And then with this, it puts us enough damage on board to clear the game. Unless I have like hand trap or something, but I don't think that's actually happening. Maybe? Let's see. You can add... Oh, it doesn't matter! It doesn't matter! We're still good! You can add a power bond you want, buddy, but it doesn't matter. Let's go. GG. That was good. Alright, so... I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so... I did this like 13. Let's go. Win streak. Okay, so either way, let's continue going on. Yeah, Tour Guide has only been in the game for I think recently, and even Konami was like, yeah, this could be a problem, so they even made it limited to 1, like right out of the gate, like right when it dropped, it's like 1 or none. And honestly, that's fine. You don't need more than one Tour Guide. It's super easy to search out through, you know, Skarm, or even if you wanted to, you can even like add Tour Guide from another realm or whatever it's called. The one that like lets you shuffle something from the grave back to the deck. BA too strong. I don't even know what tier BA is, honestly. With like, I don't think it's that high. So we're gonna special summon Rubik. We're gonna normal summon Crane. Crane Crane's gonna destroy it because it's not a Burning Abyss. Then we're gonna activate Crane Crane's effect. Special summoning back the Rubik. Stu can't just catch a break. We're gonna go into Dante. Unfortunately, I can't really mill anything else. Like, I don't have like anything else following up with this play, so we're gonna mill 2 or 3. I mean, Alich doesn't matter. No, we don't use this effect. We are then going to we'll set Book of Moon and Floodgate and Dungeon Master. Like, I think one of the things with the Burning Abyss I just love so much is that it's very consistent. It is super consistent. Unfortunately, sometimes there have been times where I just open up with nothing but spells and traps, but it doesn't mean that we can't, you know, play around it sometimes, you know? Because then it just means that a lot of our spell and traps are just a lot of, like, disruptors, which is really good. They're about to end their turn. They probably have hand traps or something. They definitely probably have hand traps or something, which is fine. We have Skarm. I mean, not too bad. If we get lucky and detach, you know, Scar, or I'm sorry, like another Burning Abyss like Seer, we can make like a 3rd copy of Dante or something. BA in the T doesn't have a good place right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Yo, we hit Seer though. Because I think the last time Burning Abyss was like super relevant was like with Phantom Knights. And I don't even know if Phantom Knight Burning Abyss is still good. What was it called? Like PK Fire? We're gonna go with the 2nd copy of Dante. We have 2 disruptors anyway, so I'm not really too concerned in case something does go wrong. So let's go with this. Yeah, we normal summon Skarm, so we can detach and just go with that one. We haven't... Oh, we did hit our Tour Guide, unfortunately. That's fine. Alright, let's see. I don't think we're going to get victory, though, to be honest. I'm assuming they have a Karibo or something. Otherwise, why would they just not do anything? Yo, did they brick that bad? I'm sorry, Mocha, but you just can't catch a break in Tour Guide on Duel Links or in the anime. Alright. Oh, the adventure engine. Honestly, like, I've heard it's really good, but like playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely not cheap, and I don't think I could ever see myself doing that. Let's collect some of our gems for a second and then just reap in the rewards. Oh, what do we got here? Dang, 600 gems in the span of like 50 minutes. I freaking love it. Like more like 550, but still really, really good. Back to the KC tournament. With DP, I mean everything works with DPE. Because like if you can make what is it, like the Predaplant Link monster, if you can make that pretty consistently, then you're pretty much good to make like, you know, DPE very, very easy. Predaplant, Verta, Anaconda. And isn't it like only 2 darks or something like that? Like something really easy and generic. Let me see. Oh, 2 effect monsters. That's even worse. I thought it was like 2 dark monsters, but yo, that is insanely easy to make. Yeah, they had to ban it, or they did have to ban it because it was just becoming too much of a problem. I mean, it's still rampant in Master Duel though. We actually opened up pretty good. We got, you know, Fiendish, we got Skarm, we actually have some pretty decent cards. Can we get a back row destroyer? Flood ain't too bad. We will normal summon Fiendish. Seems it's good. We will then special summon Skarm in defense mode. We will then go for Dante. Try to see if we can go for an insta-kill. Probably not. We're going to try it anyway. Really just depends what we actually mill here. Yo, we actually hit a Seer. Seer is... Oh, but we don't have a Burning Abyss in the grave yet. Yeah, we don't have a Burning Abyss in the grave yet. We can hit Libic special. So we can mill Libic. Libic will hit the grave. We could trigger it. Special something Farfa. So we already have a Farfa hitting the grave, yeah? Well, not yet, no. Yeah, we'll do that. Libic's gonna graveyard. It's gonna trigger. We're gonna special summon Farfa in the hand. Now is the time. Wait, what? Oh, I guess the chain link was just stupid order in that way. That's fine. That's fine. We will set 2. Does Econ and Farfa still work really well in conjunction with each other in a sense? Gravekeeper's Cannon Soldier. Well, I mean, you gotta give them, like, you know, credit for keeping it on point with this Gravekeepers. Target 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. This card's activation and effects are unaffected by Necro Valley. Interesting. That's fine. Pass turn. Looks like they're playing Gravekeepers, which is interesting. I've never really seen Gravekeeper's Cannon Holder being used. Is it another Rite of Passage? Spirit? Another Cannon Holder? Why? I mean, they're probably to go for 2. The Sleeping Steelix, yo, what's good? Welcome. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Is Steelix your favorite Pokemon? Cannon Holder's going through and attacking. Sure, it doesn't really matter too much. We are currently just grinding in the KC Cup, doing as much work as we can with Burning Abyss. How's it going for you? You're what gave it that away. You see, the reason why is because Steelix is a really good Generation 2 Pokemon. Honestly, I was thinking that you might be more of like a Politoed kind of guy, but I'm like, no, it's got to be Steelix. Something just tells me it's Steelix. I mean, Gen 2 is my favorite Pokemon generation, so, you know, Steelix, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. It's so good. Jasmine, hello. Oh, there we go. We actually hit a Seer. I'll take that. We could hit... We can grab Farfa, I guess. Favorite Houndoom is so cool. It's a very edgy looking Pokemon, but it's a very cool looking Pokemon nonetheless, right? All right, we're gonna declare battle. Swing. Nice. I mean, I could always do that. I can go yeet, yeet, yeet. No, I don't really want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I mean, I can hit for 14. That sounds fun. Sure, let's do it. Just you deal with Galaxy Ash for about 5 minutes ago and did a lap around my apartment. Yo, I love it. It's good because, like, one, you know, you got your KC tournament all the way done. And 2, you know, cardio. Cardio is so good. That is awesome. Congrats. That's a very productive. Do you have anything fun planned for the rest of the night? All right, so give me your cannon holder. No, we're not gonna, you know, use that. We're gonna swing with the own cannon holder, putting him down to 15, which is kind of cool. Then we'll pass turn. I'm sitting here listening to some cool music, chilling with one of the best communities, having some honey lozenges, and just having good vibes. SHS for round 2. There you go. That's awesome. The card I want to add from deck to hand off of Scarm. I mean, I guess we can always grab a Seer. Seer's always never a bad idea. Seer's basically a monster reborn. And if they destroy our Dante, we can always just like grab something back with it. Or we could even use enemy controller, take something, and then use Dante's resurrection effect, and just more different. You sick? I wouldn't say sick. Well, maybe sick. So about a week ago, my throat started feeling like there was something stuck into it. So it might just be like a little bit of like a throat illness. It's gotten better like over the past 5 days, but like my throat is not 100% there sometimes. Like my range is like gone. I can speak normally just fine, but anything like above this, it's you don't want to hear it. So I've heard of you somewhere. It's somewhere similar, but you happen to know the group TRG. I don't. Doesn't ring a bell. I used to do YouTubing. I used to do YugiTubing a while, like years ago. Maybe it's from that, but I doubt it. Is this like relatively recent or beforehand? They're about to end their turn. That's fine. I'm also kind of like, you know, here and there with a lot of like the other like, you know, YugiTubers on Twitch and stuff like that. Maybe from there a while ago. Like, are we talking years? Because I used to be pretty active like on the YugiTubing side for YouTube. I guess what we can do is we can summon Seer. Because unfortunately this Dante is kind of, you know, dunzo. But I don't think I actually did I mean, I did some face reveals back on those days too. The big thing, it's a great conundrum. We'll figure it out eventually though, right? So we're gonna do this. If they let me. Dante's gonna trigger. I'm gonna grab, I guess, Farfa. Seer's gonna trigger. I'm gonna grab Dante. Put him in attack mode. I mean, it kind of sucks because having this cannon holder doesn't mean we can't really do anything. But when we can, then we're good. We already identified they don't have any, like, you know, whatever. So we're gonna try to go for this. Can you list off some people you worked with? Oh, I was never that big. I was never that big, unfortunately. I think like the most of my channels ever got was like maybe like, I hate to say like, you know, the most, but like back like in my YouTubing days, like we actually had like 1,280 subscribers. But like the videos we actually had to, I don't like to boast myself, but we actually had quite a bit of numbers. Like I think by the time that the channel was like, you know, terminated, I think we had like 350,000 views overall. But like I was also the type of person who was super shy and never did collabs. So, but this was like during 2011 to 2018. Yeah. So, I mean, I might just have that face that reminds you of somebody else too. Yeah. So adding a Gravekeeper monster from the deck to the hand. We have Floodgate. I don't care too much about that. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon another. Ooh, interesting. They grabbed Commandant or Commandant. But using Commandant's effect to be able to discard to be able to get Necro Valley. But I recognize the name is a thing. Oh, interesting. I wish I could help. I'm sorry, Sleeping Steelix. I wish I could help. But yeah, this was like years ago. And even then, like years ago, I didn't even use Metallicaerox as a name. I used the Delinquent Duo, kind of like an homage to that old band card from Magic Ruler. Gravekeeper said, this card is over. What are they summoning? Guitar. They're summoning it. They really have a fascination with Cannon Holder. It's summoning it. It's gonna be a level 4, so sure. He's just being modest. Oh no, he's just being. I'm just being awkward. I don't really see. Well, I mean, it's 29 because of Necro Valley. Actually, no, that's fine. It'll put me in a situation where I can just choose wherever I want to draw. Like they're using that. They could have done more damage. Oh wait, no, they actually would have done less. That's fair. No, because Necro Valley gave it 1,000. I don't understand. All right, so we can normal summon a Lich. We can special summon Farfa, probably. Wait. Oh, we have a back row. That's right. We have a back row. We are terrible at this game. We are getting distracted. Battle phase, swing. Dante trigger. We don't want Dante anymore. We will grab Seer because we don't have any more of those guys going on. Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot special summon anymore because we still have Floodgate. Maybe it would have been better if I did use Floodgate Trap Hole last turn. Oh yeah, Necro Valley is a card. Oh, I love you, Necro Valley. You're so good. Fortunately, I don't think we're gonna lose because we have Floodgate. We can just activate no matter what they summon. Humble. Wait a minute. Does this negate everything in the grave? Move it to a different place. Okay, moves it to a different place. So we're so good. All right, so I need a Crane. We're going to grab a Crane if we still have any left in deck, and we do. So we're going to draw a Crane. Crane is good. Normal summon Crane. Activate effect. Please do not negate. Oh, wait, shit, no, Necro Valley. Oh, I keep forgetting about Necro Valley. Oh, that sucks. It sucks. Yeah, we lost. That's fine. Out of all the decks that actually beat us, I mean, Gravekeepers kind of make sense because of Necro Valley. Games with 3D. Exactly. Yeah. We don't usually read all the time. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get it over eventually. We had a good run. We had like a 12 win streak. So, you know, sometimes you have to fall every now and then. Oh yeah, it's past 10 o'clock. So they kind of like reset these like little reward things. So definitely okay with that. So yeah, we had a good run. Next game. But yeah, I forgot about Necro Valley because, you know, I haven't played against Gravekeepers in like years, but it's fine. That's okay. Supreme King Jaden. Interesting. I just logged off for the night. Oh, it happens. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably pretty late for you, right? Because like for me right now it's 10:09 p.m. But a lot of times people like tune in from like the East Coast, and it's like 1:10, so it must be pretty late for you, yeah. I don't know what they're playing. 1 a.m. Yes, you must be East Coast. Oh, do you normally stay up this later, or is it just got like a later night for you? Because I'm a night owl, so I'm usually up to like 2 in the morning anyway. I guess what we could do is we can special summon Skarm. Because I do want to drop like a Dante or something. We're going to summon Crane. Use Crane's effect, destroying Skarm. And then we'll detach or get rid of Skarm the following turn so I can still get a search ability for the next turn. Like whenever that happens. So that's good. We're going to do that. Just wanted to regress the KCGT. Fair enough. I tend to stream Duel Links like once or twice a week. And usually I don't really play this game too much off stream, so I just wanted to get through it as much as I can. I respect that. Unfortunately, we did mill our Seer, and there's no real targets for that. And also, MST, that's not too bad. Domination of Darkness. Reveal 1 Evil Fusion monster from your extra deck, then place all fusion materials specifically listed outside of your deck to your graveyard. So you can literally just like walk over to some station and just take the cards and you can just throw it. That's cool. When using the skill time, you cannot select a fusion monster the same name from that one. That is actually pretty good. I mean, you do need to have a lot of evil hero monsters, and sometimes they suck, but still, that ability is pretty good. My next goal is Legend. Have you reached Legend before, Steelix? Lightning Golem, no! That's fine. Well, actually, they haven't normal summoned yet, have they? They haven't normal summoned yet. I don't think they've normal summoned yet. That ability is busted, by the way. We will choose to bring back Seer. Yo, Chorus, dude, welcome to the stream, man. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Damn it, they had Stratos. Oh, Koros, you bring in this luck? No, I'm just kidding, man. Hope you're doing well, dude. It's always good to see you. But that's actually kind of dumb. Yeah, they got it. They got it. One duel away from the cog within the deck. They got nerfed due to a meta deck. Oof. What was the meta deck, dude? How goes life and things? Life, same old, you know, which is a good and a bad thing. Things are going good, I would say. Things are going pretty good, man. How are you doing, dude? Playing anything fun lately? And are you excited that we completed the Resident Evil 7 challenge? When we finish Spider-Man, that'll be when we do the Resident Evil 7 stuff. Christians. Oof. Christians. I could see that. I could see that. Christian is a very combo wombo deck and a very high ceiling too. Dan, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, my dude. Again, if you're not following Dan Moley, definitely go check out Dan Moley on YouTube. I would normally shout them out, but unfortunately my link only, you know, does Twitch stuff, so I'll have to adjust that later. Oh, this is not good. A lot of disruptors, which is nice. So I guess we're gonna set 2 and pass turn. I was playing Invoked. Ooh, the Invoked engine is really it's fun. I'll say it's very fun. Set up for your Resident Evil 7 playthrough and playing Smash with a friend again. Dude, nice. Smash is good. I really hope Nintendo, with like their newfound money with the Nintendo Switch Online thing, if they actually increase like the connectivity and just like make it more smoothless, you know. YouTube link is on my Twitch channels and bio. Perfect. I'll give you a shout out, Dan, then. We'll give you a shout out as well. So you can go check out his Twitch page and go to the YouTube page. Dancer, yo, it's been a little bit. It's great to see you, Dancer. I'm doing all right. I appreciate for asking. How are you doing tonight? They're summoning Flame Wingman. Respect. Respect for Flame Wingman. Let's go. We gotta watch the animation. It's too nostalgic. We gotta do it. Don't ask me how that fusion makes sense. Visually, it's just pretty cool. It's only 1200 attack. Oh, I guess we'll just get rid of both Floodgate. There's only 1000 attack, and a lot of things can go over that, even in Burning Abyss, without exceeding summoning. They still have 4 cards in their hand. Favorite duel? What do you do? With different names, You can only special summon Neos monsters. Sure, let's see where this goes. Neospace Connector, interesting. So this also got them a field spell? Did it give them Skyscraper? Interesting. Alright, so summon your Connector, dude. Because Connector contribute himself off to summon a Spatium, but he doesn't actually have one of those. We're getting 2 visual animations in 1 turn. Let's freaking go. Doing great with Duel Links and IRL, but yeah, sorry if I couldn't be struggling. No, you're totally fine, Dancer. I totally understand. I stream a little bit late during the night anyway. We all have lives and things outside of Twitch going on. You're totally good. You are totally good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing great. That's the most important thing. I'm glad to hear that things are going well for you, my friend. True, though. Very true, very true. It's like some people are like watching right now like 1 a.m. Some people would actually be watching at 6 a.m. It's pretty all over the place for sure. Can I draw a tour guide? I mean, Farfa isn't too bad. I'll take a Farfa. I'll take a Farfa. Unfortunately, we can't really special summon anything with it right now, so we're gonna go with the setting Farfa, and we'll also set the other cards too. Because if I get my life points low enough without dying, we can use Destiny Draw to be able to get our tour guide in the underworld. Shame if you're not valuing Twitch over real life. It's a meme. Yeah, I love throwing people off for a second with a Firegenic Synchro Turbo and then clapping back with an Xperia gift. Right? It's an interesting thing for sure. Yeah, Chaos Legion, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Hope you are doing well. How's it going? It is taking a turn. I'm just kidding. No, like the stream's been going good. We actually had like a 14 or like a 13 win streak with this deck. And then all of a sudden I just start opening up like bricks and nothing but bricks. We might as well start building a house. How are you doing tonight, Chaos? I have Twitch on a lot, but for some reason not in your stream, Sag. Dancer, we need to talk about that. What's going on? No, I'm just kidding. So Neospace Connector, they're using its effect, yeah. Okay, so they're summoning Neos. That's fine. Do your thing. Do your thing. Epic. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling epic, Chaos. I take it that you're a Duel Links fan. If not, I have questions. No, I'm just kidding. What is your favorite deck to play, if you don't mind me asking, Chaos? Skyscraper. That's a feeling. So they're gonna go with Skyscraper against Farfa. I mean that's fine. It's gonna be gone anyway. Too many. We already have too many backboard for me to feel comfortable with anyway, so we're gonna use that. So we're gonna destroy Neos, and we'll use its effect to banish something else, which is fine. I mean, technically, we could have let that one go through and then use Destiny Draw, but then we would have to no longer use Cosmic Cyclones. That's fine too. Doesn't matter. We'll banish. Oh shit! No, we didn't want to banish that one. Oh, we were kind of screwed over. Did I play a lot? Maybe TG. TG is pretty cool. I never really played Tech Genius a lot, but it seems like a very fun combo wombo deck. Please give me something good. I mean, that's not terrible, but it's not like it's nothing to write home about, unfortunately. I mean, it just basically saves us from, like, you know, dying in a sense. So, sure, we'll just do this. Because, like, unfortunately, open up nothing but spell and traps. I need at least 1 or 2 monsters. I'll go for the back row as in with Destiny Draw. Fair enough. We might actually go with that one as well. Because, like, if I just, like, you know, take a certain amount of life points, we can then just go for, like, a tour guide, which is awesome. And then we can start, like, you know, doing certain things too. Like, hopefully, like, you know, grabbing Phoenix Rhino Warrior and stuff like that. Let's see. During the phase feature. Okay, that's not a big deal. If you said what I... Like, I kind of heard you were talking about the, like, you know, the fire, like, Genix Synchron. And then, like, going into Purgatorio. But, yeah, like, nothing else after that because of the ad alert they mentioned. Yosenju is kind of fun. Yosenju is a pretty good, fun deck to play too. Especially, like, when you have Yosenju 1, 2, and 3 in your opening hands or whatever. Like, it's just kind of funny just, like, to keep dropping and getting effects, triggering, and stuff like that. Yeah, so they're flip summoning Flame Wingman. Oh, Flame Wingman has a burn effect. That's right. So he'll be taking 26. Yeah, we have no point. We have no points or choice, but we have to take the 16. Seer's going to trigger, though, which is nice. This is a win effect. I don't think it's going to miss the timing, though. So we're going to use this to be able to do Farfa, which will protect ourselves, which is good. Yeah, so we're going to take the 16. That's fine. Farfa's going to trigger. We might as well just ban Infernal Prodigy, because at that point, we don't take the 300, you know? And we're still below the threshold, too. Now we can actually, you know, use Destiny Draw to search out our tour guide. Play a plethora of decks, but the 2 I fully committed to, always building an optimal build, are Kawaki Miru and Super Heavy Samurai. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Destiny Draw. We gotta go Destiny Draw. Kawaki Miru is a pretty cool deck, especially with, like, all the negates that it has in it as well. But also, Super Heavy Samurai is just such a fun niche deck in concept, and it's also pretty good too. Like, some of the combo wombos you can bust off with the deck is really cool. We're gonna go with Phoenix Rhino Warrior, because we can just keep milling things and kind of, like, choose what we also want to mill as well. Let's see. So we can hit Dante. Yeah, we'll go with Dante to attack, because we have to attack over the Flame Wingman for sure. Otherwise, his burn effect damage will just do too much work to us. So we're going to go with that. So we're going to use Dante's effect. We're going to hit the Phoenix Rhino. We have 120 seconds, more than enough time. We hit a Seer, which is pretty good, because we can use this for Farfet now, too. Do you want to use the effect of? Yes, we do. Are we running Beatrice in this list? Yo, Kambelico, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, no, we have not actually hit a Beatrice yet for the most recent set. But hope you're doing well. How are you doing tonight? Farfa defense. Send a card to the grave. We can send Farfa, because we haven't sent Farfa to the grave just yet anyway. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with Farfa. Farfa's going to trigger. We're going to banish. Yeah, we'll banish this one. And then we have Cosmic Cyclone, but why would I want to do a so low life points? I go to battle phase. We got to attack over the Flame Wingman. Otherwise, that'll just be a big problem. Sweet, they don't have anything to, like, stop us for our attack, so that's good. go to main 2, and then just go to straight to end phase. Because again, there is no main 2 in Duel Links. New Tuner is actually an amazing card for the level up reward. Wait, which
My turn. Sweet. I draw.
use your OP monster to synchro? You mean Virgil or which one? Because like I'll actually show the list that we're rocking with after this duel in a second, so you can kind of like see what we're working with chaos. All right, so yeah, I mean they can do this, but I'm assuming they might have something else. But we do have Dead Karmika. That's great. That's great. Defense wall, target protection. Your following turn in combo. Do you have 2 cards that pop off anything? Oh, it sounds really good, man. It is a very disgusting card sometimes. So they're going with. Oh, okay. So they're just tributing off the evil hero dude just to be able to get a draw, I'm assuming? Or do they have something else planned? Like Miracle Fusion? There it is. There it is. Oh, man, that's fair. So Dante currently has Tour Guide, so they're not going to really do anything on that. But we also do a Farfa. And the cool thing is, if they destroy Dante, that's going to put a card in our hand for Dante's effect. And then we can activate Karma Cut, so we can always, banish stuff too anyway with Karma Cut permanently. Brave Neos. They haven't used a Neos whatever yet. Neos Fusion, so it doesn't have any protection, which is good. 2 cards in hand. Let's see. So yeah, they're taking out Neo, whatever, which is fine. Yeah, we're gonna use oh yeah, they can add 1 spell that specifically elicits. That is good. That is very good. We'll go with this one. I'm the only one that can be that is a Yosenju Master Enthusiast who cherishes deck but also plays other decks as well. I mean, I believe a Dancer. I mean, Yosenju is just like, constantly bouncing things up and down. Like, hand-wise or whatever. So I could see them, like, just being very dancing cards as well. So they're probably going to be searching out, what is another Miracle Fusion, or are they going to grab for Neos Fusion? Neos, okay. So I'm assuming we're at the, expect, unfortunately, another one of those. We don't really need to use anything right now. We can just simply use Farfa's effect to banish. It doesn't really matter. It's going to come back to the end phase anyway. Or do they have something else? Neos Fusion is not a quick. Okay, so no, we're good. We're good. For the Yosenju brother, let's go. Crane? Floodgate, that's fine. Yeah, okay, Chaos, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Metal community. We're glad to have you here today. Yeah, we are probably did. I mean, we could do Karma Cut on the next turn or something. Blah, 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 blah. We'll go with Floodgate. Yeah, it'll just pass turn.
I'm just getting warmed up. It's my turn.
So I'm assuming we'll see. So we'll use Karma Cut on 1, Farf on the other one. So we're probably not going to die this turn. Also play Yosenju with Spellbook Draw 2. Interesting, you got a list, Dancer. Yeah, Neos Fusion, that's kind of coming out. We already expected that. That's cool. That's fine. That's all in dandy. That's cool. I mean, the main decks that I currently play right now, Dancer, is obviously Burning Abyss. Just going to throw that out there. Before Burning Abyss, I was a huge fan of Harpies because it has a lot of explosiveness and controllability. And then before that, it was classic Gaia. But I also did enjoy Ancient Gears as well. Ancient Gears is so much fun. They're summoning him. No. We'll just Floodgate that one. They do have the Neos Fusion, but it doesn't really matter too much because we could just simply protect ourselves by, doing other stuff. We're going to use Karma Cut because we don't want to die. The Yosenju build Chaos, or was it a different deck? Banish this, and then we're going to use that to special summon a different Burning Abyss monster. Yes, we're going to use the effect. Seer, we're going to be able to bring back... We'll bring back Farfa. Because Farfa's just good to kind of like stall and just draw their cards too. One more channeling and my list is complete. Yo, best of luck. Is it a high rarity card or is it pretty easy to get? So if we can draw into a Burning Abyss, that'd be amazing. Oh, Fiendish Rhino, that's actually pretty good too. That is actually very, very good. What's our grave looking like right now? Not too good actually. So we're gonna go to we can go with Alucard because I don't think it can protect itself with Neos Fusion because it's face down. It's not confirmed to be a Neos monster. We're gonna detach. I mean, I can do 28, but it's not enough to win. I hit the wrong card. We are so good at the. I mean, they have Drowning Near Force, so trust issues averted. We are so good at this game, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. Send a card to the grave. We can send. I guess we could send. I guess we can send Seer to the grave. That's fine. Serial trigger. We're gonna summon Dante because I don't want to summon Farfa because Farfa will just banish it and nullify the effects of Floodgate Trap. So we're gonna go with that and pass her. But I can't believe I selected the wrong card. Fun fact: if you have 3,000 life points and a 4K beater, and your opponent withdraws into the array, you'll survive because it'll only be able to do 3K. Hashtag the more you know. I love it. I think maybe the Spellbook engines now, but with Mayo Senju might be pretty interesting. Neos, is that like search out Neospace? It does. Okay. Neospace just like what? Gives them 500 attack, and they also cannot be sent back to the extra deck. It's not too big of a deal. Let's see. So what are they planning on doing? Found out by living through that bowl. That's kind of insane. That is kind of insane. I'm sorry you had to find out that way, but I mean, what a way to find out, right? We could do quite a bit of damage here, which is fine. So get rid of that. Yeah, so that's destroyed. Farfa's ability, no, that's fine. We can attack. Yeah, go to combat. We could swing for 28, putting him at 800, which is, you know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, if they draw to like anything like, you know, remotely stronger, then we're kind of like, you know, ooh, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, Skarm will destroy itself from like, you know, Ghost Trick Alucard, but it is what it is. I mean, I could have summoned it and then had the effect pop and then search out. So that's my fault. But then again, Ghost Trick Alucard will still be on the field, still being an issue. I mean, I could have normal summoned, but I'd still be in the same situation, you know? Like, because Ghost Trick Alucard is still in the field. So, like, whatever I would search off of using it, they just scoop. I mean, that works too. GG. That was actually quite a bit back and forth. No, it's, unfortunately, it's not only with the special summon itself, it's whenever there's a non-Burning Abyss monster. So, like, if I had a face-down monster or just Alucard in the field, if you do not control a Burning Abyss monster, it will destroy itself. If you control a monster that's not a Burning Abyss monster, destroy this card. So even with Alucard being on the board, it just auto dies, unfortunately. That's why some of the plays that we'll do is like we'll special summon Skarm, normal summons like Crane or something. Skarm checks Crane, destroys itself, then Crane's effect activates and special summoning it back, negating its effect. So unfortunately, even if we did normal summon it with and there's like a non-Burning Abyss, it's still gonna kill itself, unfortunately. But yeah, this is basically the list we're rocking with. It's taken us pretty far so far. 1 Tour Guide, 3 Skarm, 2 Crane, 2 Fiendish, 3 Seer, 2 Farfa, 1 Libic, 1 Alich, 1 Rubik, 1 Barbar. I wanted to kind of like max out as many Burning Abyss as I can. 2 MST, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, 2 Econs, because Econ is fun to use. 2 Ballista Squads, 2 Floodgate Trap Hole, and 2 Karma Cuts. Because again, you know, Destruction, Discard Handlets, pretty fun. No, unfortunately, it's whenever there's a non-Burning Abyss, like, because if you could just special summon them with, you know, like, if you could just special summon them that way too, XC and just keep special summoning, it'd be pretty nutty. Like, if we had something like, what is it called? Skill Drain, it'd be a different story. But then again, like, you're losing those monsters' abilities, right? But no, like, if it was like that, it'd be way more disgusting. Oh, Cubics. At the beginning of the duel, add 3 V-Job, the Cubic Seed, to your deck. This effect only begins if you, number of spells, so Cubics is not 6 or lower. Interesting.
It's my turn.
Has anybody played Cubics? I haven't played them since, like, 2018. Duza, this card's assumed a Cubic from your deck to the grave. Once returned, this was sent to the graveyard this turn. You can make this card again. Oh, if a monster sent to the graveyard this turn. Interesting. No, I thought you can normal summon them with no problem. Assume the special summon to non-BA. Nah, unfortunately not. It would be cool if it could, but can you imagine the rank 3 shenanigans you could do? It'd be disgusting, and I would love it. Cubic Diorama. You take no battle damage involving cubic monsters. You're going to We can send a cubic from your hand. You can blanch this card. Okay, cool. Let's see. Do they have any hand traps or anything? V-jump. Cannot be sure at the end of the damage of this card battled an opponent. That doesn't matter. Let's see. So you can place a spell. Okay, so that doesn't really matter. So does this card even matter too? I mean, it could. So we're just gonna get rid of it. We're just gonna get rid of it. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of it. So we're gonna normal summon Seer. We're gonna special summon Scarm. We're gonna go to our overlay. We're gonna summon Dante, Travel the Burning Abyss. There we go. Now we're playing with Nintendo power. Then we're gonna mill 3. We're gonna mill Seer. Hopefully we can hit another Burning Abyss or Fiendish Rhino Warrior. We hit Scarm. Oh, Scarm's actually fine. Scarm is fine. We're gonna special summon Scarm from the grave. And then we're gonna special summon out A-Lich here really quick. Yes. We're gonna try. We'll make a. So you can target one card. So you can detach blah 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 blah. Then target one card you control and one card your opponent controls. Destroy them. I mean, technically, I could go with that one. Oh, okay. What I was actually about to do in that situation was actually just set the Ballista Squad, then use Phantom Knight of Breaksword, destroy the Ballista Squad, and destroy the monster, and then just go from them. So GG. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna go as well, Steelix. I was gonna go for that play, but maybe they saw that coming or something. I don't know. Spell specials. What do you do? Let's see. If your deck contains 5 or more spell cards with different names, you have an improved chance of having a spell card in your starting hand. You cannot special summon or activate monsters back until the end phase of your first turn. Pass. I mean, honestly, I just really like the Destiny Draw ability because it lets you cheek in any card you really need to, depending on your given situation, you know. But that's just me. I am also a huge fan of Dr. Pepper, but what else is new? Woodtraptor abuse skill. Oh god. Probably, yeah, I could definitely see that because again, just like honestly, it's funny you mention that. Like, there's only a few decks I hate facing off against in Duel Links, or just in Master Duel TCG in general. But yeah, Witchcrafter is definitely one of them, just because of like all the shenanigans they can abuse. Arrow Mages is kind of up there, but you can kind of play around them a little bit, Fusion Conscription. Reveal one fusion monster from your deck and add one of the fusion materials with a specially listed on from the deck or graveyard to your hand. Okay, so they're gonna get Bear. No, it's a Show of Nightmare. Fair enough. Fluffle Dog. They're gonna be able to add another Fluffle or Edged Saber. So they're gonna be probably making, what is it, Chimera, Daredevil, whatever it's called, or something. Fluffle Wings. I actually need to build Fluffle. I'm pretty sure I have nearly everything I need for Fluffle, but we'll eventually get to there one day at a time, right? Oh, a tour guide. Oh. But I mean, we don't really even need tour guide right now. We actually have like a really solid opening hand here. Because what we could do is we can. I mean, I guess we can still go with it. We're still gonna go with it anyway. Me, there's 2 decks I despise. Senju and Harpies. Steelix, I'm sorry. I'm a huge Harpies fan, so good thing we'll never have to duel against that. If I ever have to duel against you, I'll just stay away from you, Harpies, because it's just such a fun, stupid deck, and it's pretty consistent too. But I can understand why people do not like fighting off against it. It's also running Fusion Conscription. I thought I was the only one. I mean, it seems like I do really good, really well. But I mean, the restriction. I mean, if you get like something that's not like specifically listed on the Fluffle cards, it's not bad at all. But I think you're gonna play around that too, if anything, right? I should have milled this or made the second one first, but that's fine. We'll mill 3. We hit a wow. We actually hit a Farfa. Let's freaking go. So yeah, we're gonna special summon Farfa number 1. Then we'll use Farfa number 2 to banish the Fluffle Dog. I banish this one. There's a skill named Show of Nightmare. Oh, fair enough. I mean, they gotta like, you just gotta get creative with those names, right? I'm assuming like Show of Nightmare, like what might be like a Bakura skill or something like that. Yami Bakura, whatever you want to go with it. We will go with Dante number 2. I'm gonna put a little bit more pressure just in case they actually, have something different. We hit is Scarm in the grave? He is not. So we're gonna special summon Scarm to defense mode as well, just in case they survive, like with a hand trap or something. Why did I not use Dante number 2? Play through it. Let's play through it. Let's play through it. Let's play through it. I never said I was good at Duel Links. I never said I was good. If I remember correctly. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. If he's also running Necrofusion, he stole my list. Yo, we'll check it out, Steelix. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. I swear if I lose this duel, then that's completely my mistake. Kiwi Magi. Oh yeah, having like the Magician Girl engine is just really solid because again they can recycle the stuff and just go really well. What do the materials have for these guys? He has Tour Guide. I mean, he does have Far and Libic, so I can still special summon stuff without a problem. I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. Toy Vendor, discard a card, draw a card, and then if it's like a Fluffle or something, you get the special summon or something, yeah. You can discard one card, draw a card, and then show it. If it's a Fluffle monster, you can special summon. Otherwise, just draw a card. Otherwise, discard the card he drew. So they discard a copy of Polymerization. You can manage this card if you do draw one card, then you can target. Oh, interesting. That's actually kind of ironic they discarded the Poly, which is kind of funny too, honestly, for me. But doesn't, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Fluffles have like some means of like fusing without the need of Polymerization? So they're going with, oh yeah, there it is, Owl. There it is, Owl. I mean, they could have used Owl's effect, but they can't when they only have 500, so we're good. So what are they making here? What are they making here, ladies and gentlemen? We still have Farfa and Libic, so I can special summon something in Tiger. Yo, Bingo, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Shout out to Bingo RSA, part of the Ascension Content Organization as well, and a great streamer. How are you doing today? All these creatures and demons, and dude, it's an owl. Michael, when was the last time you seen an owl? They're terrifying. So we're using Dante's effect. So we're going to grab back one copy of Dante because I need at least one copy of Dante. Dante number 2 is going to activate and we'll bring back Seer. How the duel's going? The duels are going pretty good, actually. We actually had a streak of like winning like nearly 14 in a row. And now they're kind of like, well, we're going to put you back in your place. We're going to put you back in your place. Last weekend, actually, dude, nice. What type of owl was it? Like, do you know the breed? Because there's, you know, quite a few breeds of owls. Edge Imp Sabers is an active effect, and to push this, it's like Plague Spider, right? This card's here, you can special summon, place one card. Yeah. It's basically Plague Spider. 14. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. It was actually pretty nice. So they're still looking with more polymerization place for Bearcraft. All right, fair enough. Just a common barn owl. Interesting, Michael. This card shoots and puts modifier so we can deal 500 points, and this card show it or leaves the field because of the modifier. You can inflict 250. Yeah, this all could have been avoided if I actually, you know, played my deck properly. We would have won earlier. Pride for Devil's gonna be doing 250 to us, but that's not a big deal. I was about to say I could do actually. Holy crap. Wait, what? Really? I think I can win with a really dumb way. Oh, no, Barbar can only do 450 in total. I was about to say, like, if we actually had, like, you know, Barbar's original effect doing 400, we could just win with Barbar. But that's a no-no, apparently. I mean, there's a few things we could do. I could always try to go for, you know, the Nightmare Shark play. I don't know the likelihood of them playing Battle Traps, so we can maybe go with that. So we'll try Summoning Phoenix to see how it goes. 3 polys. Do they really play 3 poly? 1, 2. You're right. That seems a little bit over. That seems a bit excessive. Because, yeah, like, why would you play 3 polymerizations when you have, like, Fluffle Owl so you could search it out, you know? Yeah, I agree. That's not probably the best way to go about it. Barbar with Nightmare Shark might do it. I mean, honestly, if I could just get through with Nightmare Shark anyway, it's good. It's good. So we're going to try just going for the Nightmare Shark regardless. See what happens. I mean, it could be like a Floodgate, but I feel like they would have stopped us by then. Because Floodgate would have put him face down. You put a face down defense position monster on my side of the field, we die. Because, like, Burning Abyss, they still die to face down defense position monsters. Because technically, it's not a Burning Abyss monster. Designer Pfeiffer. Oh, so it's basically a monster reborn for Pfeiffers. Okay, that's fine. Or Fluffles, whatever you want to call them. So, I mean, that doesn't really do anything for us, which is kind of cool. Because I could just, steamroll through. Fiendish Rhino, where it's effect. Do I want to use it? I do. I really do. We will use Scarm just so I could search out if something does go wrong. Unfortunately, I can't really special summon now because if I special summon like Barbar, I don't get the effect anymore. So we're just gonna go for game. Yo! Let's go. GG. All we needed with the shark, baby. I gotta give him a thumbs up. I mean, yeah, the 3 polymerization seems a bit overkill. Because like, why would you need 5 copies of the deck, right? Like, they might even have like more than 2 owls. Shark bait. So good. That's Finding Nemo, yeah. Wait, oh, I guess we can't check the deck out in this. You can check it out in regular PvP, but not during the KC Cup. Really? Interesting, yeah. Huh. I thought I could check the deck in the back. Whatever, that's fine. Back to the KC Cup because we need free gems. We free to play player, not really. I mean, in this build, I feel like they could have had a little bit more room for battle traps if they, didn't have 3 polymerizations, but that's just me. The Necrofusion from Mass Boros, my opponent's turn. Yeah, no, that's true. And honestly, Necrofusion is just really good because, again, it's on your opponent. You can use it on your opponent's turn. Like, that is super strong. Oh, this is not that good, unfortunately. It is not that good. You ever do a casual duels to farming skills and so press the green button? Yo, Flower Boy, it's been a little bit. It's been quite some time. I hope you're doing well. To be honest with you, no, I never really farm skills. I remember trying to farm one skill and that just took so long. I kind of just got bored and gave up on it. Hope you're doing well, Flower Boy. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good draw. So we're gonna go with MST first. We're gonna get rid of the first one they set. Probably a Cybernetic Overload, maybe. Oh, a Karma Cut. That's actually pretty good. Well, it's 2 a.m. I'm going to hit the bed. Yo, Sleepy Steelix, hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you as well. And again, it was lovely to talk to you as well. Before I do go, I will drop this as well. We do have a Discord where we have a lot of discussions on anime, music, games, and of course, TCG games. You're all more than welcome to join the Discord if you're not a part of it already for our growing community. But have a great rest of your night. Hydrate. I got you. Sleep well, Steelix. I appreciate you. We're gonna then special summon Alich because thankfully, Fiendish Rhinoware negates their effects. Well, they can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, which is nice. This is like one of the best non-BA cards. And actually, right now, he can't even be destroyed by Cybernetic Overload, but I'm afraid we're gonna be running into that shortly. We're gonna try summoning the Dante first. And if he does hit the grave, we can then use something else. So we're going to try that. So we're going to see summon into Dante here. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So banish any said to destroy an equal amount of cards. So, I mean, the fact that we still have our, main phase to work with, we could still do certain things. Like, we can be able to set the Karma Cut and the Fiendish, the Floodgate Trap without worrying about them being banished. Send to grave. I'm thinking we can grab. So he only brings back Burning Abyss, so we don't really need to worry about that. We're gonna send to grave Scarm because Scarm we could be able to use for things such as getting our copy of Tour Guide back. We're gonna set to. This could be used at any point in time, so we're gonna set this one first. I often feel like when people blind MST or whatever, they usually go for the first card they set. That's the one I usually aim for. So Skarm's effect's going to activate. We're going to search out for Tour Guide. And if we need to use Karma Cut, we still have our Alich in hand to be able to use that as well. So we should be good. Should be good.
I draw. Go, Cyber Dragon Core. Cyber Dragon.
Core's back again. I mean, it's going to be on a different chain link, so unfortunately, Alich won't resolve. I mean, it's not fun. It's not fun. I hate it. that's what it is. What it is. They're going for Cyberload Fusion. Okay, so that could be good. That could be good. Yeah, because if they activate it, I could just respawn and just like Floodgate or Karma Cut, whatever I need to do. And I think this is a once per turn card. Yeah, it's a once per turn. Yeah, so Rampage is coming out, which is to be expected.
Rampage Dragon. Chimera Rampage Dragon's effect activates.
Yeah, so we're gonna go for those ones. We can activate both, but we're just gonna go for this one. So we're gonna discard this. This card is treated while it's in the field at the grave, which we're also gonna go for that. But we're also gonna use this on Floodgate Trapple, because this way we can be able to banish a lot of their Cyber Dragons. Hopefully this doesn't bite us in the butt, but should be good. Should be good. Oh, they only had one Cyber Dragon in the grave. It's fine. Ballista Squad's not too bad. We can rock with the Ballista Squad. So we're gonna summon Tour Guide from the Underworld. Tour Guide's effect is gonna activate. We are gonna search out a copy of Fiendish Rhino Warrior because we might be able to get a little bit more value with this card anyway. We're gonna go for Dante number 2. Yeah. It's like if I can get lucky and hit a Seer and like maybe off of this, we can then use Fiendish's effect to be able to detach and summon like something different. We hit a Seer. Wow, we actually hit a Seer. That's amazing. What else is in our grave though, really quick? He has 2,000, so I can't win in this turn, I don't think. So fair enough. So use Seer's effect. Yes, we're gonna use Seer's effect. We're gonna special summon back this one. And then send to grave. I mean, it gets out of Barbar. Unfortunately, the chain link's one of my favorite because I could have sent this first and then do that, but it's fine. What is his defense again? It's like 1,000 or something. I mean, we're going to be tacking it over anyway, so we can just get rid of it. So we will send to grave. We'll just send Skarm, because I can use Skarm during the end phase to search out for it anyway. And then we can use this one on the next turn to search out for something during that sand phase anyway. So yeah, get rid of this. So Dance's going to trigger and go into defense mode. Skarm's going to activate the first one in the grave, and we're going to search out... we can just grab... Yeah, we'll just grab Farfa because we can use Dante to recur a different copy of Seer or the other copy of Dante in the Grave, depending on what they do. So we're pretty much good anyway. About to end his turn. Yeah, let's use the Ballista Squad. I don't trust the back row, so we're just going to use the Ballista Squad now onto it. Ooh, trap. Wow, that's interesting. I've noticed Trap Hole with Spikes has been coming a little bit more popular these days, so I'm kind of glad we were able to get rid of that anyway. We're going to choose Barbar, because Barbar at 1,700 attack for 3-star is still pretty good. Book of Moon is actually nice too. So go to attack mode, Dante. We're going to detach the Tour Guide, Mill 3. What's up, Michael? What's up, dude? Libix effect's going to trigger. We're going to send... we'll just summon Farfa. Doesn't matter too much. We'll set this. We didn't normal summon yet, so we're going to do that. What was the last good movie you watched? Sonic 2. We actually watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2 4 days ago. You know, it was actually really good, dude. Very, very well done. And also, like, all the little Sonic the Hedgehog references throughout the movie was great. It was a really good movie. The first one was also pretty good, too. It's funny. Sonic, the video game character, is actually doing far better in movies than the several games he's released in the past few years. It's not a weeb movie. It's a gamer movie. I mean, Michael, before that, the best movie I've probably seen was Jujutsu Kaisen 0. That's a weeb movie, but it's a great movie. It was good. What about you, man? What was the best or what was a good movie you've seen recently? I mean, I'm currently going through some of the Spider-Man movies I've missed throughout the year, so does that count? Does that count, Michael? Yuya Sasaki. I've heard I need to. You dude, you really should, man. You know what you could do, Michael, if you really wanted to? Try to getting a free trial to Paramount Plus. They have both Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 on there, and you can watch them there for free. And if you want to keep the service, keep it. If you don't, just, you know, get rid of it. Paramount Plus is actually pretty decent, honestly. I like it. Oh, you have Paramount? Dude, you can watch them at any point in time. Because they're there, which is pretty cool. We actually opened up pretty good, actually. Book of Moon is also a nice rip, too. We can special summon Rubik. Yeah, we can special summon Rubik. We're a normal summon Crane. Yeah. I have a Hulk. I have a Saiyan teacher. Yo, welcome to the stream, Saiyan teacher. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Def don't have to ask me for them. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have. I don't even know if I actually have your number, man. It's all good, man. Yeah, we'll go with Dante. It's good to see you, Saiyan teacher. Hope you are doing well. Are you getting excited for this Dragon Ball Super movie coming out soon? Because the deadline is getting closer, isn't it? We'll mill Crane. Oh, we hit a Phoenix Rhino Wars. That's pretty good. So we can actually use that to mill a Farfa banishing the face down card. That's what we need. That is definitely what we need. Meant for Paramount Plus unless you're already paying for it. Oh, I get you, man. I get you. No, I'm on a free trial as well. I'm currently on a free trial, I believe, right now. Because I just wanted to, like, watch a few things, you know? So we're going to banish that. My apologies, man. I thought you were talking about something else, my dude. Very, very close, but I'll wait until the English is in the movies. Fair enough. I mean, I believe with most like English, anime movies out these days anyway, they usually do come out simultaneously, like where there's the English dub and the regular dub. So I would just check your local like movie theaters, because I think it's like coming out what in like August or July or something like that. Not too far away at all. Does this go through? It does go. Train connection. Why train connection? I mean, we got game unless they have hand traps. I mean, that's pretty cool. Wolfenstein is free on Epic. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I believe I've already added to my library, but like it's great. Like, you know, with the Epic Game Store, you can just go through, check them out, add them to your library, and then just download them wherever you need to, which is really cool. I have like a nice little steady Epic game collection now, without like purchasing a single dime. It's great. I love it. You're doing pretty good. Let's see. So we got 600 gems pretty much within the past 2 hours, which honestly is not too bad. How much more do we actually get? Let's double check really quick. Because like this is one of my favorite times in Duel Links, just because it's really easy just to be able to, like, you know, go through and get gems pretty quickly. There we go. We got pretty much 1,000 gems. I love it. Let's freaking go. Maybe we can rip some packs open later too. Let's see. I guess we can grab this too, yeah. We'll have to check that out as well, because I'm actually kind of curious to see how good that ability actually is. But you know, I'm pretty happy with this so far. I might try doing another stream or something for Duel Links just so we can be able to push to KC20. Because like, as much as I love the KC Cup for gem grinding, I've never really made it to the second phase of it. I'm gonna actually have to do that one of these days. Might just have to do that one of these days. Oh, it's 25? Damn, I thought it was... I don't know why I thought it was 20. But yo, work, please work. Thank you for the welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Good to see you. Are you winning, son? Yo, Jester, we are close to it. We were doing pretty good, man. How are you doing, Jester? Good to see you, man. Got to give him a shout out as well. Your son is a winner. I mean, you know, the son of a Saiyan teacher, I think would definitely be a winner in my book too. So they're going with Pendulum Call. What did they search? They added oh, they're playing the Rebellion one. And also Noble Dragon Magician. I haven't seen that forever. 825 earlier today playing Melia DDD. DDD is awesome. I actually pretty much have the deck built. I just need to learn how to play it at some point. For now though, I'm pretty content with Burning Abyss. The lie, he's losing more than he's winning. Michael, that is absolutely a lie, man. We actually had like a 14 dual win streak, my bro. We're doing what we can. No, we want to summon Tour Guide. Because I could just simply use Alich and Skarn to be able to summon another Dante anyway. And we can summon a copy of, yeah, this guy, and then detach, mail whatever I want to, and just go from there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty efficient. If they have hand traps, they're still in, but if they don't, they don't. So we're gonna special summon Skarm. D-Draw. I personally recommend Mana Plana. Yeah, I'm using D-Draw for now just because because again, unfortunately, with the nature of the deck, we are milling quite a bit. I don't even know if I have Mana Plana. I'll have to definitely check. But I just like using this ability because it just gives you some room for, not room for error, but it gives you some flexibility when you want to draw in the late game when you're kind of like looking pretty low in health. But I might have to check out the ability. I'll have to check it out after this duel really quick. What do we mill? I mean, we hit Bar. I guess I could bring that back with Seer, so we guess we could do that. Because like sometimes using Destiny Draw is just really good, especially like in the late game where you can just draw into Crane or Tour Guide. We're gonna set this. Make sure we activate the second Dante too. We'll hit Skarm because we can literally search for next turn. Let's see. Oh, those are two bad hits, but that's okay. The skill is unique to two people. Plana from DSO makes your Farfa banished permanently, basically. That's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. I mean, generally, for me, when we usually banish with Farfa, usually that means we're going to go for a game because we just push for the aggression. Want to know one of the worst feelings in the gamer world? When you die in Dark Souls and you like the opponent has like no HP left or something like that. Ability obtained, Master Magician. But what is it, Michael? Can be used after your life points to increase by 2,000. Randomly add 1,000 times of Dark Magic attack or Dark Magic command to your hand from outside of your deck. And those will be used once per duel. Not too bad. He draws good when it's squeaky bum time. It is good. 14, let's go. When you get the urge to play a game, so you have to load it up, and it's down for maintenance. Yeah, that does kind of suck, man. That does kind of suck. Another one that kind of sucks for being a gamer feeling, like when you want to play a game, and then you remembered you uninstalled it, so you have to reinstall it, and it takes like 2 hours or whatever. And also, work, please work. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to the metal community. Currently list. Oh, sorry, Dancer. If you want to send it to me on Discord, you're more than welcome to. It's just we had an issue with the links for a little bit. Do we actually have that ability? Let me double check anyway. There's like a perma ban with Farfa. It does sound pretty good. It does sound pretty good. Let's just pull up Agami. Appreciate you, Dancer. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, we don't even have Mana Plana, but I mean, it probably wouldn't be too hard to actually get it. For now, though, I'm pretty happy with Destiny Draw. We're good. Appreciate you, Dancer. Yuma and Astral versus Yami Yugi. Interesting. Up Funk. Oh yeah, we're actually. I'll probably stream a little bit longer tonight. We'll stream a little bit longer than usual. We usually only do about 2-hour increments, but I'm actually having a great time, and you all are phenomenal, so we got to do a little bit more, right? Phoenix Rhino Warrior, that's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. Up dog. Cat dog? Up dog, let's go. So we're going to summon Dante. We actually have Book of Moon, which is kind of nice, too. Especially if they are playing as Yuma, they probably have Exceed play, so we can kind of stop that with Book of Moon. Use effects. I don't want to hit another Skarm, so we're just going to drop 2. We hit a Libic. Oh, wow. Interesting choices. Upcat. Finish right awhere. Do I want to use in the grave? Sure. Libic. No. I'm not going to use Libic just yet. Sent to the grave. Personally, I don't want to draw... We'll send Barbar to the grave, so if I need to bring back like a pretty easy monster that I can just do damage with, we'll just do that. Oh, weird. I'm not sure why the Discord thing isn't working. Sorry about that, sorry about that, Dancer. There you go, my dude. You what? Good job, Michael. Good job, man. I am super happy for you. Congratulations. We're going to be using all those points on. They don't have any equivalent American value, man. I'm sorry. Oh, they're playing Lightsworns. Interesting. So they have 3 in the grave. Yeah, I mean, no, we're done. Book of Moon, the Lila, before they start getting out of control, because I want them to stop milling. Do they have, like... Okay, cool. You see, I don't think they'd be able to really do anything else after that kind of play. Back to work after a 4-day weekend, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. But I mean, the 4-day weekend must have been pretty hype, dude. Did you do anything fun for it, or was it like a staycation where you just chilled? Because sometimes those are just extremely important. Especially the past few years that we've been having, it's been crazy. Oh, that hurts. That is what it is. Seer in the grave. Sure, we can do that. We can maybe save the Crane for later, if anything, which is nice. Because Crane is good.
Here I go. I special summon a monster.
The 2 back rows, though, is not making me too comfortable, though. I'm going to be honest with that one. Just chill, want some nice coastal walks. Ooh, dude, that sounds amazing. Because, like, honestly, I'm a huge fan of walking. I love just going on walks. It's super chill, super therapeutic. So, like, getting to do that with, like, the scenery of the coast, dude, this must have been really nice, right? Ghost Kali card, we used Seer's effect, so we're not going to detach Seer. We're going to go for the first one they put down. Enemy controller, interesting. Target fits a monster, your opponent controls, change that battle position. Oh, that's actually not bad. So this is still Lila of the Lightsword, yeah? Unfortunately, we don't have any more disruption, so we're just going to attack over it. Still fine, though. Yeah, if only we had something similar to that, right, Michael? That'd be nice having, like, just a man. I mean, we have Memorial Day, kind of, but that's not like a 40 weekend usually. And it's also for a much different purpose. Let's see. I guess we can add Farf. Yeah, we can add Farfa. We'll add Farfa.
My turn is done. My turn. No, it's my turn.
Oh, I love it. Solar recharge. Oof, that's not good. Like with solar recharge, they can probably get something really good out of that for sure.
I special summon a monster.
Oh shit! JD, it's been forever since I've seen you. Hope you're doing well, JD. I don't know if we can actually turn this around, boys. Yeah, we had Seer. Yes. Okay. We might be able to survive. Kinda. We'll go with Libic. Yes, because Libic will be brought back. They'll pay another 1,000 to blow up Libic. Libic will trigger summoning Farfa, and they attack Farfa. We can just banish Judgment Dragon, so we're good. Dude, Michael, JD is an insane card. You can pay 1,000 life points to destroy every other card. And you can do that as many times as you want. So I'm going to make them pay as much life points as I need them to. And I'm just going to keep floating my monsters here. They used JD 3 times. I freaking love this. Farfa ability. And then we mill or banish the JD. So good. So good. They got a second JD? Wait, they had 3 JDs. What? What? How? Do they actually have a full hand? Holy shit, that was actually... I'm not even mad. That's hilarious. I did not expect seeing 3 JDs like that. I wish I could see this dude's deck. That's great. That's great. Good job with the JDs, my dude. Good job. Not even mad. Discord check. Thank you, Dancer. I appreciate it. Ooh, 3 of you, 3. Ooh, you're even playing a blue boy. Spellbook of Prophecy. Appreciate it, Dancer. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. The list looks pretty solid, dude. Not gonna lie. That is awesome, dude. Ooh, wait. What are they playing? Connie, that's been out for them, though. Oh, Michael, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. You were not wrong. Wait, they're playing Red Eyes Insight? Why? That is interesting. I mean, I love seeing Red Eyes Insight, but why would Zuzu Boyle make sense for Red Eyes players? Because like, you know, the pendulum zones and using Red Eyes Fusion prevents you from special summoning, pendulum summoning, essentially. It's interesting. If I could draw any monster, I have game. Like any Burning Abyss, and I have game. Oh, besides, well, actually, no, that's fine. I can actually make this work. Yes, we got to do it in a specific order, though. And if they have like any disrupting spells or whatever, then we're kind of done anyway. But I think we actually could do this. I mean, I said I'm pretty sure I could do this, and I guess we did. So the idea, what I was gonna do on that board was I was gonna make a Gosher Gallia card or whatever, and then like, you know, pop it or whatever. I was gonna summon all 3 Burning Abyss, like, you know, summon a Burning Abyss, you know, overlay for Dante, and then I was gonna summon a 3rd Burning Abyss, use enemy controller, take their monster, then just start swinging for game. But I mean, I guess that works. We'll be good. GG. It works. It works. But I just don't understand, like, the Zuzu Boyle plays with Red Eyes, because again, like, using cards like Red Eyes Fusion is going to limit them from like being able to pendulum summon because their effect gave them the zones. I just don't understand. I just don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. Oh, Michael, you might get a kick out of this, dude, by the way. Did you know that Ryan Key of Yellow Card actually streams on Twitch? He totally does, and he's actually playing Warzone right now. Oh crap, we open up with 3 of the same card. That's not that good. We can normal summon. Yeah, for real, dude. Not even kidding. It's here, I'll if you search William Ryan Key, you will find him, dude. You don't like Warzone? Warzone was kind of fun. I'm just not a huge fan of the Battle Royale aspect, because I feel like if you're not good and you end up just spending a lot of time in the gulag, like, you'll have to like wait to play again. That just kind of killed it for me. We're gonna send this to the grave. Mill 2. Oh, come on. 2 extremely powerful cards got milled. And I was actually gonna use Scarm to search out for Tour Guide. That's fine. I guess I can search for Seer. Yeah, we'll go with Seer. Not a fan of Call of Duty chat personalities. I actually haven't seen the dude streaming yet, but I'd imagine he's not. I don't think he actually streams exclusively Call of Duty. I think he usually does music production, if that makes you feel better. Does that make you feel better? Berry Magician Girl. Interesting. Why don't you use Metaplana? The reason why, Dancer, that I don't usually use Metaplana, because 1, I don't have the ability, but 2, because it's a like, usually when I banish with Farfa, usually we win that turn, right? So I just usually don't really feel the need for it. Just remember, kids, Campbell is good for you. Saying teacher gambling is not good for you, but I appreciate you anyway. Let's see. One of those returning when your opponent activates a card that targets this card or targets this card for an attack. Change the battle position if you do special summon a Dark Magician Girl from your deck. Okay, interesting. So let's first use Dante's effect here. We're to. Oh, that wouldn't have worked anyway. Never mind. So we're gonna then try to use. I guess we can use Alich. We can bait this out for something anyway. So we're gonna try to negate it, but it's not gonna negate. It's going to, you know, activate its spell speed 2, sort of thing. Always waking up at the weirdest time. Mizuno, welcome. I hope you're doing well tonight. Did you like wake up from sleep or something? Apple Magician Girl. When this card is target for attack, you special summon if you do change the attack target. Not fun. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna normal summon. Hopefully. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna special summon the Scarm. Yeah. And then what we're gonna go to do. Let's see. So I could either, I mean, I could do a few things differently here. I guess we're gonna go for Dante number 2. Because I can detach, I believe, the Seer and still get its ability. And if I get lucky, I can try to mill like maybe a Fiendish Rhino Warrior or something like that. You get, dude, especially with the Burning Abyss archetypes, like these do go really hard. Like honestly, the artwork alone kind of got me interested in the deck to begin with, to be honest. We did hit a Seer and a Farfa, which is great. We will use Seer's ability to bring back the Barbar. And then we're gonna use Farfa's effect to banish the Apple Magician Girl, so we don't have to worry about that attack redirecting ability. So that's gonna be fun. Barbar into attack mode, and as long as this isn't like any battle traps, we have game. Though I haven't played against Magician Girls in a very long time, so I have no idea what to expect. Karma Cuts. Oh, that is not good. Yeah, I mean, that's legit. Go to battle. We can still destroy the Berry Magician Girl, which is very good, by the way. And then swing for 25. The thing that kind of sucks about that, too, is Dante is banished, so we don't get the effect either. But no, like, it's one of the coolest things about the card games. Sometimes, Michael, they go really hard. Yeah, I don't think I actually have any copies of Beatrice Dancer. Otherwise, I would totally run them. Because, like, it's very powerful. You contribute 1 Magician Girl except for itself. Once per turn, it's this card. Okay, so we can't attack this one, basically, either. That's fine. We can actually... We could probably try to clear the game by using a Nightmare Shark. Yeah, Nightmare Shark might be the way to go for it. Once per turn, this card... Okay, so spells don't matter. That's fine. Barbar's going to activate in the grave. No, it doesn't matter. We want to keep the Burning Abyss cards in our graveyard anyway. So we're going with that. It's only in a mini box. I can double check to see if I did pull and I just haven't added it yet. Because honestly, with the list, I'm still really happy with how it performed. But I think I was trying to go through the previous box in order to get like the Fluffle cards and also Breakthrough Skill. So that might be where a lot of my gems and attention went to, if that makes sense. Because the idea with the Breakthrough Skills is I can, mill them with Dante and still get use of them in the grave the following turn or something like that. Because Breakthrough Skill is still a pretty solid card. All right, so go to combat. Actually, before we do that, we're going to set Ballista Squad 2, just in case this doesn't work. Chain... Oh, we're just going to go this way. See the battle phase. And then we're going to attack directly. Ha! Nightmare Shark, let's go. So good, so good. We also went up another rank, so that's also pretty good too. I think it gets like another 150 gems. I'm pretty cool with that. So we have 10 more levels to go through. I mean, we should be able to do it, right? I think we can do it. Yeah, let's actually check for Beatrice. Let's see. Maybe under popular. I'm not really seeing it for popular, so we'll try searching it under. So get rid of no, get rid of that. So let's just go with Burning Abyss. Yeah, it turns out we actually don't have one. We got Metallicaerox. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna use Metallicaerox. I mean, we actually have quite a bit of gems anyway. Should we start ripping for packs and try to get a Beatrice, or should we hold out for our later? We can always do that. Hoping to get my second pull channeling with the KC gems tonight. Go for it. Best of luck. Like, I don't know. I usually just have pretty bad luck. Yeah, like I haven't really done much in the mini pack, as you can pretty much tell. We only ripped like 25 packs and didn't really get too much. Like, We ended up pulling up Utopia, or number XX Utopic Dark Infinity, but yeah, aside from that, like, I kind of like this box because, again, it has Call of the Haunted and some of the Galaxy support, and of course, you know, Beatrice and Big Eye. But aside from that, I'm still kind of like, meh. I think I had to spend more time of my attention and resources on Cross Dimension, just so we can be able to get, like, you know, multiple copies of the Breakthrough Skill, the Fright for Fusions. We got 2 of these. We only have, I don't know how many Fright for Fusions we should run for, but again, we're pretty much good on this box now too at this point, which is good. But let's see. But yeah, I mean, like, with the KC Cup, again, we started the stream with like 33 gems. We are now chilling with almost like 1,300. Like, the KC gems are really easy to go through. And that's one of my favorite times in Duel Links, like when the KC Cup is live, because we just get so much gems from it. Like, as long as you know, play through it or whatnot. Run Fright for Fusion is fine. Is 2 the norm, but I mean, 1 works. I haven't played Fright Furs since the last time I played Fright Furs was back in the TCG days, and that was when Fright for Tiger just dropped in Shonen Jump. I'm assuming they're playing Utopia. Something tells me they're playing Utopia. Oh, we didn't open up that good. Oh, they're playing Zubaba Gagaga, but it's probably Utopia. Unfortunately, I don't know. Wait, what does Gaga Child do? Special summon. Wait, why did he just lose? Oh, the ability. Interesting. I mean, unfortunately, we only drew into 1 monster, which, depending on what they do, might be fine because we could just maybe potentially use Econ. So we'll find out. Number 1 is the norm. Fair enough. Good. I might have to take a look at some lists then. I may have to take a look into some lists then at that point. Because I thought, like, going for 2 would be fine. So they have a Utopia. That's fine as well. Let's see what they got. I don't think I've ever actually seen the ability of, like, the summoning of Utopia, so let's check this out. Nice. Not bad. They have a card face down, too. I don't really like that, unfortunately. Can I get Tour Guide? Cosmic Cyclone ain't too bad. The problem, though, it's only for that turn. How do I want to go about this? Give Karma Cut. So let's get rid of the back row. Let's just get rid of the back row. What is this? Halfway to Forever. Target 2 monsters in your graveyard, special summon them, but their effects are negated. That's actually not too bad. I'm actually kind of glad we got rid of that. Let's see. This doesn't really do anything in the ads itself. All this cards in your graveyard, you can special summon, you can target. If you control Zubaba Gaga, while this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card. You can target 1 Gaga or Dodo monster in your graveyard. Special summon, also you can special summon the rest of the turn. Okay, so I'm assuming they're probably going to go for another Exceed monster using Zubaba Gancho Gogaga Coat. Which we can use this on that. And we can use Karma Cut on the other one. So I guess we're just going to set and then pass. I was trying to think of a way to use Utopia to actually get victory. But unfortunately, we don't have 2 monsters. If we had 2 monsters, it'd be a different story. But if we don't. What do you do? I mean, this is actually kind of cool, but it's also kind of cheesy too. But I mean, the Zexal Morph thing, you know, good job, Yuma. A good job on the wardrobe change. What are they going to do? Because, like, if they attack, I can Karma Cut Utopia. Oh, okay. Let's see. So you can accept blah, 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 blah. You can detach 1. This card gains 550 dollars. 1 monster your opponent loses 1,000. Okay, so that's not a big deal. Man, I'm not really too worried about that. No, we're gonna let that go through in case you have something else like they want to like overlay on top of it. Yeah, exactly. Like they're gonna keep on going more and more. So yeah, they're gonna keep going for it. So I guess they're gonna go for like the big boss one now. Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray? The hell? How many Utopia forms can you summon in one duel? It's basically just like mechs at this point. So let's see. Once per turn, you can detach, then equip. It's not a quick effect. Okay, so yeah. We're just gonna floodgate this one. Just so we can kind of like shut that one down. They already have quite a lot of layer attachments too. So I'm gonna I'm actually gonna let them attack directly, so I could just simply go for Destiny Draw, grabbing Tour Guide, go for Nightmare Shark, just attack directly. So we might actually have the win for that, because I don't think they play a lot of hand traps in this deck either. So grab for Tour Guide. And I feel bad because we're about to break this dude's win streak at this point too. So yeah, we're gonna do that. In case things go wrong, as they probably will, we're gonna go with Phoenix Rhino Warrior, because he's kind of like the safest one, because we can just deck thin as much as we want and choose what we mill. We were so conditioned to go to Dante. I just freaking love it. All right, so we're gonna detach number 47 Nightmare Shark, and then we're gonna do that. Yeah, we'll do this one. He's gonna attack directly. That's all good. Yep, we're gonna use a Finish Rhino Warrior's effect. We're gonna put a Scarm in the grave, because we can then search out for something and use it for fuel with other stuff as well. We're gonna go to combat. And then we're gonna swing directly. Yes! It's so good. Like, if they didn't even use their ability, then it would have been fine, but we're good. GG. Let's freaking go. We gotta give him a nice, though. We'll definitely give the dude a nice. Because, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not even really super familiar with all the new Utopia, like, forms and stuff like that, so, like, kind of, like, playing it a little bit safe when they summon Leo. I'm like, yeah, no, because I think some of the ZW stuff that, like, recently came out has, like, disgusting, like, protection, and I don't want to deal with that, in a sense, I'm kind of glad we got to avoid that altogether. GG. We're going first? Okay. I'm assuming they're playing Harpies, maybe? Or not. Oh, actually, I don't think we have enough information to determine what they're playing or not. I want to say, didn't they, like, usually, like, activate the spell if they're playing Harpy's Hunting Ground, like, during like, their first turn or something like that, maybe? So because we can't really push too much aggression, we're just gonna, detach, Scar, mill 2, and then we'll probably set maybe 1 or 2 cards, and we'll be good to pass the turn at that point. We'll probably also search out our... Oh, we hit a Barbar and a Seer. That's actually amazing. Because we could just have simply Barbar be kind of like water right there. We're going to set these two. And the card we're probably going to choose to LB Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Because we can kind of like be, well, Tour Guide would be pretty good too. No, because I don't want to really... Oh, we can't. It has to be a Burning Abyss. A level 3 Dark Fiend type. Is, oh, I guess Fiendish Rhino Warrior might not be a level... might not be a dark attribute. Interesting. Fair enough. We will go for... We'll just go for Seer. Seer can be really good in this situation because we can just simply use it to bring back Scarm. And then if I need to, I can, do it during the end phase and then, grab something different. So I gets bad at level deal and 28 onward because all the really top tier decks are really annoying. Fair enough, dude. I can only imagine. Fortunately, we're still like around 15, so like we're still getting a lot of free gems, which is nice. What is the meta currently looking like right now anyway, Dancer, if you don't mind me asking? What could they be possibly doing this long in their draw phase? Are they just timing out or something? It's like, I want to say DDD is still pretty high up there. I don't know what Burning Abyss is chilling at right now on the tier list. What else is there? Like, was Gaia like high top tiered as well? I'm not too sure anymore. But I already got DL Max. So good for me. Yo, good for you indeed, my dude. Good for you indeed. Sometimes that's all you gotta do, right? I mean, for now, I'm fine. I'm fine with just the chilling. The chilling, it's all good. BA is tier 2. Yo, let's go. Burning Abyss, Dante. They never die. Good job, Mai. Oh, a connection. I was about to say, like, I feel like the connection is probably gonna fail this way. That's fine. That's fine. 16. All right. Good. Good. Guy is no longer top tier, but rather rogue. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I feel like Guy is still relatively pretty decent. Because just like all the plays it can do, and it's also pretty accessible to build as well, I believe. Just get a few copies of Structure Deck and you're good to go. I mean, it's also a pretty fun deck too. Getting a monster at 5200 attack, like what's not to love with that one? That is just my take on it personally. Ooh, we're going second. I'm okay with that. Oh, only one monster. That's not good. We need like one more monster to make things work. We need like one more. Did you DL Max with Yosenju, or what specific deck did you use to answer? I forget if you mentioned. I do want to apologize for that. I want to say it was Yosenju. Oh, Noble Knights. Holy crap. It's been a while since I've seen you, Noble Knights. I actually did play Noble Knights for a while too. Noble Knights is fun. It's a very fun deck too. Very consistent, which is something I like a lot. Teleburn, the Trap, and of course the Trap as well. Surprised I didn't choose Gwen. Do they have Gwen in their hand or something then? Oh, DDD, that's right. My apologies. I thought somebody else said they played DDD, so I'm sorry to answer. Can I get a monster, please? I mean Rubik. Rubik's pretty cool. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of that. Maybe. Is it the other trap card or is it something different? Oh, it's Tretch. Thank goodness we got rid of Tretch. That would have been really bad. All right, so we're going to normal summon Farfa. Because, like, the cool thing is we could just banish boars off of Farfa. And then just, like, remove, like, all of their, like, you know, equipment and stuff like that. Because this one doesn't prevent them from being targeted, right? They can still be targeted. Yeah, this one can still be targeted. Perfect. All right, we're going to activate the effect. And if anything, we also might have another way to actually just win, which would be kind of funny. It's like, if we hit a Seer, I could just make Dante. Like, I'm going to make Dante. And if I hit a Seer, then we're just going to special summon Farfa back. No, not Farfa. We'll special summon Farfa back, use Econ, take over this, and then just go for damage on that one. Yeah, so Dante's going to activate. Detach this. Oh, we hit a Fiendish Rhino Warrior. That is good. That is really good. Oh, wait, I kind of screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah, I kind of did. Because I was going to do the Econ play to take over, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Do they have like a hand jump or something, or is it the activation of this card? So I forget if they can actually use it until the normal arms are needing it again from the grave. Yeah, they can. Okay. Actually, that's not too bad because we could potentially yeet whatever he summons with until the normal arms are needed once again with whatever I summon from that. So that's actually not too bad either. Sent another link in the Discord. Did you put it in the Yu-Gi-Oh channel or the general one, dude? Because if you're gonna do any general stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, feel free to put in the Yu-Gi-Oh section one. Send a card to the grave. Let's see. So I guess we could send you. No worries, man. You're good. Seer's gonna activate. Yes. Select the card to target. Yeah, we're gonna bring him back. And we can't really use that just yet. So that's not enough for what I want to do. Oh no, for next time? It's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, I can attack. Well, no, actually, we can't attack over it. Actually, I think what we'll do is we'll set enemy controller. We're gonna attack with Dante, so we can at least get him into defense mode. we'll keep Farfa open for an attack. And we can use Econ to kind of like bait out Farfa. Like, not bait out Farfa, but bait out certain things they do summon. So we're good. Oh, Michael, I love that emote on my face. It's so good. It's so good.
Here we come. I exceed summon a monster. I activate an equip spell. I expected you to do that. I use my face down card. My trap activates. Here we come. I summon a monster in attack position. Exactly what I was waiting for. I use my face down card. I activate a quick play spell.
Damn it. My bad. So basically I just commented the tier list. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But got him. Let's go. Oh, that's not good. Because with this, I think they get some of the one that can pop face-up card monsters. I think it's like, it's yellow, I think. I want to say it's like yellow or something. But then again, Farfa will activate in a separate chain. I can just banish it. Oh, it's Medrot. Medrot's not too big of a deal. I guess we can banish off the Medrots. So we're going to do that. So I don't want to banish off this one because then it could just reflip and use its effects. So we'd rather not deal with that. Natural. Yeah, no, that was like legit. Oh my gosh, I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo. All right, so draw. MST. Ah, why MST? This like one of the worst cards we could have like drawn. All right, we're gonna go to attack mode, activate effect. I mean, we could get lucky. We could get lucky and get some really good mills. Alich, Seer, and a Book of Moon. That's not good. I suppose what we could do, we can banish Farfa. Or summon Farfa. Farfa's like really good for that fact just because we can just, you know, make sure we can just keep banishing stuff to stall. Like, it worked really well against the JD plays until like they summoned 3 in 1 turn. That was ridiculous. I feel like setting MST is not going to do any good because once it gets popped, they can just send it to a different equipped monster. Let's see. Once per turn, we control no other monsters. Okay, so we're going to attack this guy because Medrot can't really do anything because we have this guy face down and it's treated as another monster. So I think we're kind of good on that one. Medrot's going to come after the Farfa, probably. Oh, Glory of the Noble Knights. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, they're going straight after Dante. Holy crap. Oh, man, that's not good. Dante has what he had. I mean, Caliburn. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Get that extra life points. I would do the same. So that is fair. Dante's going to trigger. That's fine, too. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, well, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. Not really much we can do in this situation, but we can still do something. Another Why MSTs? Why MSTs? We don't need MSTs. We're done with MSTs. We don't need any more MSTs. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty good play. That's a pretty good play. Wait. We gotta read the face down XC monster. Where to go? Here it is. Oh man. Oh, that kind of sucks. All right, so I guess we kind of gotta leave that dude because I was actually gonna be able to do something kind of fun, but I guess not. So we're just gonna go with this play. Because like if I destroyed the face down card, it's still gonna trigger because it doesn't have to be face up. So we're gonna detach Farfa, make him attack directly, and then this is gonna trigger. We're gonna banish off the Medraw. Those equips he does have are not gonna go anywhere, which is good. We'll set one, just whatever. And if I really need to, we can always pop our MSTs without an MST, so that's good. There we go. I don't think that'll be enough to win personally, but we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Because initially, I was thinking about actually summoning the Phantom Knight of Breaksword and then popping the face down, but it's just not enough. Reinforcements, what do you do? Did you summon another copy of himself? Randomly draw random warrior type. Gotcha. Interesting. That actually works out pretty well, though, for him. Because now with the reinforcements, he can go for a rank 4, if you still want to. This one, we still have Seer, so we could still float, which is not too big of a deal. Artorias, the King of the Noble Knights. I don't like that one bit. They can target 3 of the different ones' names. They have 3, so they're going to be able to get at least, 1,500 additional attack? Yeah, so that's going to put us at 15. So that means that we'll be at lethal. And they'll be at 23 by the end of the turn. Probably. Interesting. Which means I can choose whatever card I want to draw. Which is pretty cool. I don't know if it's enough. They're gonna get rid of my MST? Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for the MST destruction. That's fine. That's fine. Seer's effect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna bring back Farfa. Farfa's coming back swinging. We can banish this guy, not a problem. Part of the cards. We can go with Crane. Wait a minute. Oh my god! Yo! Whoa, wait. For real? Yeah. Yes. So good. Econ. Tribute. The Farfa. Give me. Farfa's effect. Yeah. Banish your face down, dude. It's not being destroyed. It's just being removed. And then we attack per game with your own monsters. Let's go. Is that game? Yes, let's go. GG. All right, that was pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Thank goodness we chose to get back Farfa. That was actually pretty nice. I'm actually pretty happy with that. All right. That was good. GG. I think we're good. We almost streamed 3 hours here. We got quite a bit of gems. I'm pretty happy with it. We made quite a bit of progress. I might try to do another Duel Links stream throughout the week. Maybe with the same deck list and not update it, but we did good. I appreciate everybody for dropping in and hanging out with me as long as you did. That's a little bit later, but I appreciate you all. Let's see who's currently streaming right now. We have a few different people. We're actually gonna raid. I mean, Jonas Scott's playing God of War. That's awesome. We'll go raid Jonas Scott. It's been a while since I've actually been able to be active in his streams. But really cool streamer. Appreciate you for hanging out, Michael, even though I know this is not your cup of tea. So let's get it going. He's also a voice actor too, and a really good one as well. So let's definitely go give Jonas Scott a raid. Everybody have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you. Work smart, please. Thank you for the follow. The Sleepy Steelix, thank you for a call. Chaos Legion, thank you for the follow as well. Y'all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys later in the next stream. Peace.
Raid Metallicaerox.